This is the Lawrence County Sportsnet, powered by LCAP.
Gold heading back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
Swing and a miss! A no-hitter in the WPIAL Championship game!
The Mohawk Warriors have knocked off the fourth-time defending champion and are champions again.
The Shenango Wildcats are the WPIAL champions.
Elwood City, WPIAL champions for the first time in school history.
Cox with it. Cox all the way in the jam again. The Red Hurricanes storming their way to another title. Swing and a miss. A one-hit masterpiece.
Turn, fake it to Maples, keeping himself, coming near side. Can they hit him? No! I think he got in! He's down! Wilmington has won the state championship!
Strike three called. Put another notch in the belt. Memorial Spartans three-peat.
And the Shenango is the 2021 2A Girls Champion.
Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County Sportsnet.
Sportsnet, powered by LCAP. Tonight, it's Cornell and Shenango. Tonight's broadcast on the Lawrence County Sportsnet and the True Live Sports Network brought to you by You Deserve the Good. Luxembourg government, Kenny and George, keep your promises for over 8 years. Jennifer Smart this place. Operated since 1915. Pontus Insurance. Live the life you live, worry-free. Howard Jr. of Hassel Unity. People live in between trust. Having moved walk. Restaurant, brewery, and banquet center. And by the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership. I'm Tim Continental, along with Lee Longbreed tonight's game, along with our producers, Dr. Summers and Rob Nattel, bringing tonight's game here from Shenango as we enter week 4, round 5 of the WPIS season. Yeah, that's a good one. I think you're around 5. I do like it, but that's what we are in right now. And guess what? Week number 5 straight weeks of good weather. I don't know, a little lightning delay that we had in week number 2, round 1. I think it was round 2, week 1. I think we're going to have. Other than that, I mean, we had just great, perfect weather here for high school football in Western Pennsylvania, and another big one here tonight. And we're looking at this now. As I mentioned, we are in round 5. It is the fifth opportunity to play football here in the WPIL. Not all schools have competed in each week. As Cornell comes in the record 2-1 as they lost to Mohawk in the opening 13-7, but then it went on to win 2 consecutive games and big offensive action as they defeated Jefferson Morgan 52-8, and last week defeated Northgate 42-18. I think we may see an offensive display here tonight. Well, since you don't know WPIL as much, and I know in a downgrade programs. So those are 2. Northgate finally won their first football game in quite a few years, and Jefferson Morgan has just been having a rough few years. So those 2 programs are still on the upbuilding. So Cornell took advantage of that situation, and not taking anything away from right. I mean, that's just a good thing. But Mohawks have done really score for they had a single race favorites. Low numbers. I mean, they gave Mohawk everything good handle, and I talked to Mohawk coach about that a couple of weeks ago, and they said that their answer was for real. It was a very, very, very good football team, and they got a very good quarterback, which we will get into here tonight. We'll be hearing Mr. Kimbrough's name. It's a big here tonight, but Cornell on the up and up, and they did not have a football program in the year from 2012 to 2016. They did not have enough numbers. They had a co-op at Quaker Valley, and then they finally got the program back up and running, and it's a tough thing to do. They're And Boston at 7-year coaching is returning 9 starters at both sides of the ball. So last year they were only winning 6. They struggled, but with all those returning starters this year, it's off to a good thing. And so far, so good for Cornell off that 2-1 start. Your insurance company is always on your side, but this is in Luxembourg. George R. This is find at lgkg.com and for a free consultation. Luxembourg, Gilbert, Kelly, and George keeping promises for over 80 years. Looking at Shenango coming into tonight's game against Cornell, they are winless in 3 tries. They had 1 game postponed against Elwood City on the 10th. We got to see them in the open game against the Shenango, and that was a game where we see them at times demonstrate that running game that they so much want to do. Yeah, and they still been struggling. They struggled again last week with that running game, but they're just too one-sided right now. They're having problems with that offensive line, trying to get them to gel and trying to create that holes. As well, you don't see because you're not a Steeler fan. The Steelers having problems with that offensive line. It doesn't matter if you have Emmitt Smith or anybody behind the. You need some type of offensive line to get those guns. Shenango has been struggling with that. Hunter Lively did have 145 yards rushing last week, which is a good thing, but turnovers just killed him. They had 3 picks against them last week against Fort Cherry, and that's why they lost 35-7. I believe the score was the Fort Cherry. And they outplayed Fort Cherry 290-194, but when you had three pick sixes, it's tough to win ball games. So they're going to try to straighten that out here tonight. And we've got Sam Myers, the young quarterback, leading the way for Shenango. Yeah, so he's improving along the way. We saw parts of that, Kids got some talent for sure, but, hopefully we'll be able to be protected, and then that's going to open things up. All right, let's take our first time out here on the LVKG pregame show. You're watching high school football on the Reynolds County Sports Network. Powered by LCAP.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $25 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapies necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between, let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Has your child's early education slowed down or even paused due to the pandemic? This is crucial time you can't get back. LCAP can keep your little learner on track for success. We have options for working and non-working parents with in-person childcare and age-appropriate virtual learning to keep them busy and engaged. Parents, don't hit pause on early learning. Lawrence County Community Action Partnership can jumpstart their future. Learn more at lcap.org.
And we're back here to Shenango as we were ready for tonight's game. You're listening to Luxembourg, Gilbert, Kelly, and George pregame show. When you're looking at tonight's game, one of the players that we're looking to see how they continue to connect is Sam Myers and Dalton Peters. We've seen them cook up on the offense a couple of times for touchdown passes in the last few weeks for Shenango. Yeah, they seem to have some pretty good connections going on. Seen them for a long play with the Peters, and we'll see if they're able to connect that. They asked them to a very athletic team, so we'll see how that athleticism plays into the passing game for Shenango. And by the way, these teams did meet last year. Shenango beat Cornell 68-14 last year as Cornell struggled. And Reese Watkins last year against Cornell, 199 yards rushing and 6 touchdowns against this Cornell Blue Raiders team. So last time these two teams, Cornell beat Shenango back in 2011. They beat them 32-7. So we'll see if they can get back on the winning streak against Shenango Wildcats. The law firm And look from those AV attorneys are super lawyers. Luxembourg, Private Kelly and George, who can keep promises for over 80 years. Call them at 724-201-1576 and let attorneys guide you through the legal process. And at UKU.com. At Luxembourg, Garvin, Kelly and George. We try cases and assurance companies know. All right, let's take one more time. All right, come back. Get you ready for tonight's game here for Shenango. You're watching it.
Joseph's Marketplace is Newcastle's favorite family-owned hotel grocery store and coffee shop. Fresh meats and produce, full-line deli, homemade foods, and much more. Joseph's Marketplace has hot foods prepared every day. They also have Newcastle favorites like grape leaves, hummus, and wedding soup available daily. Follow Joseph's Marketplace on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates or stop in to see what's cooking each day. Come hang out at the brand new cafe and bakery, full of great coffee, drinks, sandwiches, snacks, sweets, and free Wi-Fi. In a rush? Go to josephsnc.com and place your cafe order online. Joseph's Marketplace, family owned and operated since 1915.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
In workers' compensation, my clients are oftentimes not receiving their wage loss. They're not receiving their medical expenses. LGKG, they come to us so that we can put them in a position to pay their bills. If we're keeping our promises, our clients are getting the justice they deserve.
Tonight's starting lineups are brought to you by Pittsburgh Jr. in Castle Liberty, catering to buyers, sellers, renters in Willis County and the surrounding areas. Manager Michael Kerwood Jr. at 724-301-1382. Check out his current listings or list your own home at castle-realty.com. People you know, people you trust. When Cornell has the ball, they have Samir Kimball at quarterback. All running backs are Timothy Henderson and Reddick Clark. Tight end is Joe Dawson. The wide receivers for Cornell will be Shamar Wilson and Jason Tooley. On the offensive line, they have Vermont Ball, Dragon Smith, C.J. Pulford, Jamar Jones, and Kenyon Trench. For Shenango on defense, at defensive end will be Kyle Linhart. At the defensive tackle will be Brandon Struck. The other defensive tackle is Jason Dominic, and at defensive end is Trevi Valentin. Your linebackers are Colton Fedezio, Chris Carroll, and Dalton Peters. Your defensive backs are Preston Schrei, Hayden Morgan, Aaron Martin, and Hunter Lively. Where Shenango's on offense, the quarterback will be 6'1", 160-pound sophomore Sam Myers. In the field will be Hunter Lively, the 175 and Aaron Martin, the 5'3", 200-pound senior. And at fullback, we'll see Chris Carroll, a 5'7", 215-pounder. At tight end, will be Will Patton. Your wideout are Preston Schrei and Dalton Peters. Your offensive line, forward Shenango looks as well. You'll have Austin Brinton, Jason Dominic, Brandon Struck, Trevor Valentin, and Kyle Linhart. And that's your starting lineups tonight for tonight's game between Cornell and Shenango. Yeah, unfortunately, Shenango looks like they're short of members again tonight. It looks like only 22, 23 players stressed here for Shenango. So Cornell not out, but they're probably going to be in a similar situation. Also, their numbers is not big numbers here. So a lot of action going on in Lawrence County tonight. Cornell is at Shenango. Mohawk is traveling down into Brighton. Freedom at the Shannon. Laurel travels down the Riverside. Union is at Northgate. Edward City is at Beaver Falls. Newcastle, good luck playing Central Valley. And Lakeview is at Wilmington on Saturday. Next week, we're definitely going to be at Sharpsville next week. Wilmington and Sharpsville. Oh, fantastic. And as of right now, if Union wins and they play Northgate, they should win. We'll be at Cornell and Union next week. So that would be the plan. Union should, well, on paper, Union should be the Northgate. Yeah, yes. Of course, you never know on any given night, especially with the COVID area, how those things play out. So, while we're keeping an eye on all that as we progress, as the team's captains are moving forward right now. So you can make your pitch if you want to go to Union or you want to go to Sharpsville. Sure. I'll tell you why. This morning, I have my partner over in Ohio, Mark Means, his cousin, Mark Means, was supposed to be the head coach for West Middlesex this year. Yeah. So when they is now part of that coaching staff. So I'll come and see it. Well, you might see it, but yeah, that's on the side. That's it. Yeah, the possibility where I don't care more of the size. Yeah, okay. Enjoy no matter where we're at. And I'm going to get my pig out of one of the referees here tonight already. We have a Henry sighting, James. Mr. Henry Franklin here tonight. That I have to go because he religiously watches and listens to the recaps of the games, especially on calls that close and see how we see it. So, Henry, you're always going to be wrong. No, I'm just kidding. But it's really test. Yeah, Henry is a softball PIWA softball official and does a lot of USA softball and is the head of the chapter up here in the Newcastle area. So, Henry, it's the last good thing I want to say about it. But anyways, it should be a fun game here tonight. I said Cornell looks like what, maybe 20 players at that too. Yeah, on their side, so it's going to be hands on deck for them. There's good luck with that. The good thing is, it's a very clear night. It is. It's going to be fun. As and deep shot for C, looks like and Shotman to the left. And I believe it is Timothy Henderson to the right. And the Cavs get ready to kick it off as a nice deep kick to about the 15-yard line. Will bring it across the 20 to 25. Really skips forward to the 55-yard line. And it'll be first down and 10. Yeah, like I said, for Cornell, this new turf here, Shenango, so a couple of years old, but used to that urban grass here. And I know my boss isn't listening, but she says she can always hear the the PA announcer from her house, so she lives somewhere close to this area. Yeah, so Irene, if I remember what his last name is, that's a good thing since I'm retired. But anyways, I know she's not listening. But anyways, let's get to football. There it is. First down and 10 here for Cornell. Wow, spread offense. Receiver, empty backfield. Yeah, gets the Kimbrough to keep it alive. Kimbrough takes the snap. He's looking. He's going to fire outside. It's going to be a little too tall and dribbled and dropped. Goal by Timothy Henderson. And they bring up second down and 10 here for Cornell. Yeah, Kimbrough over 120 reds rushing in the first 3 games. I don't know if these stats are up to date. That was tough to find some of the latest information on Cornell last week. We tried our best. We do our best. So since we're doing a phenomenal job there, here's the second wow. Wilson, we're going to hand it off, and then you can put it back. He'll lose a couple on the play. Well, nice defense there by the defensive line here for the Cavs. Sure think it might have been a false start of some sort, but no call. It was number 28. There was Trotman on the boy, I gotta get my. Well, they're just saying it's all with the ball. Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, not seeing a fumble, but Trotman does lose the pass, so she's there. Yeah. Right off the bat, we'll do a turnover on the second play from scrimmage, and the Wildcats are in field position at the 33-yard line. Eric Dennis in the middle of that field for Cornell. Looks like he's bigger than 265. High formation in the backfield. They hand it off. And it's Library. He was floating down close to the 29-yard line. 5 on the play. Yeah, we're in a big opportunity now for the Shenango Wildcats after you really struggled offensively all year long. Chance to get some points in the board over there. Second down and 5 on the 29-yard line. Just in the first quarter. Shenango's taking over at the 34-yard line after a fumble recovery. Who's set in the backfield? 2 receivers, 1 at the 8. And then hand off again to Lively. Lively to his right side. He gets close to the 25-yard line. Just shy of the sticks. Open to put on the play. He has 2 carries and 9 yards to start the game. Again, we see Lively. He was up under that ball. Both arms around both teams. Run there. Definitely throw down territory here. So Myers gets the play in from the side. I said Lively had over 140 yards rushing last week. Is CJ Miller not playing tonight? Tries the receiver out to the left, and we're not moving up front. After in the back, where a few people were moving on that net. They killed him last week. The 3 picks, and plus they had, I forget how many penalties they had last week, too. So, I mean, that's the thing. They've got to stop. For that 5-yard penalty, they bring it back out to the 30-yard line, so they bring it up their 3rd down and 6. Here for Shenango. And Dawson for Cornell mission is his 7th season. He's a long-time Alec assistant and decided to come over here. Had the 1 year, and then unfortunately the program shut down for 4, but it's got to back up and running. Lively in the eye, he'll take the pitch. He goes left side, half for him. Going to get close for flies. He's close to the sticks, and they're shy of it. But he man, the hand penalty going against the offense. So they use him. So they show me what they call. I'm going to say believe. Yeah, it's going to be yes. And so at the 30-yard line is where they're going to mark that holding penalty began. So I put it back at the 40-yard line, and it becomes 3rd down and 1. So once you 3rd down and the 3rd down at 6, and now they're going to 3rd down and 15 facing here Shenango. Yeah, how about the referee? I might tell that. That's a good thing. So Shenango facing a 3rd down and long now with 10 minutes here to play in the first quarter. Myers will be to the shotgun. Your receiver set. That's out of your shot. Fires out, and who completes it? Gets it out to Schrei, I believe, and Schrei is going to be tackled over to the bunker side of the sticks, about 9 yards short of the first down. And this is about a 6-yard gain, about 7-yard gain there. And we have a 4th down and a long 8 coming up here for Shenango, and they bring the tornado out. Cornell, they're in dude. Good snap, going to get the kickoff. High kick, and it is going to bounce up the 20-yard line and return to right there. Their advancement on the ball as Preston Schry comes up with the ball there for the Cats. And it'll be 1st down and 10 here. 2nd time going around here for Cornell from their own 20-yard line. Yeah, I believe that was Dalton Beals with the punt and give him 13 yards, no return. 9:15 remaining here in the 1st quarter. Can we say it would be nice that it's inside the 20? That was for the set. That's right. Spread as 4 receiver set for Kimball. Then you're back to pass. He's looking down the right side. It's up over the middle. Gets it to Henderson. Henderson. Well, I can take over to this line. It's in the 30. To the quick. It's inside the 50. Down the center. Let's get all the way to that. And we have our first score of the ball game. An 80-yard running off to Henderson for the touchdown. Yeah, Shane Kimbrough was under immense pressure, was able to just bounce it. The quick pass, and it should have been brought down. And looking at number 32 as a Colton Fedreesen had him left backfield, but somehow Henderson was able to break that, get outside, and then off for the races left there. He could have moved with one of the Wildcats about the 50-yard line. I think the shoes are still on the field. Yeah, great run there, 80 yards. Okay. Gets them on the score with 8:59 here to play in the 1st quarter. Now, what a move by the senior. MJ Smith in for the point after here for the Raiders. And that's the athleticism I was talking about earlier in the broadcast before the game. And looks like that was new problem there. Yeah. Looks like Jameer Jones, we're ready to the equipment problem is going to have to come off. So MJ Smith in for the point after. Snaps a little high, does the kick down, straight on, and he puts it through. So with 8:59 here to play in the 1st quarter, Shenango tries the Raiders from Cornell 7-0. Let's take this one at a time out. You're watching SCSportsNet.com, powered by AgCom.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shenango for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Looking to buy, sell, or rent in Lawrence County? Get Realtor Michael Kurtwood Jr. in your starting lineup today. Michael Kurtwood Jr. of Castle Realty caters to buyers, sellers, and renters of Lawrence County and the surrounding areas. Call Michael Kurtwood Jr. at 724-301-1482 today. Check out his current listings or list your home at Castle.
And here's the kick. It's going to be thrown around the 17 line by the Cats as they break up across the 30, across the 35 to the 36-yard line. There's Preston Schry with the return. And the Wildcats will be on offense for their 2nd time here tonight. As they're now trailing this ball game 7-0. 8:53 remaining in the 1st quarter. Sam Myers is that quarterback. He's a 6'1", 160-pound sophomore. Hunter Lively is the featured back. Aaron Martin and Chris Carey will be in the backfield as fullbacks. We have 2 wideouts. We'll talk about that in a second here. There's the handoff again. And there's Lively. Goes across the 30 and stretches out to the 42-yard line. Nice pickup for 7 there for Lively. At wide out will be Preston Schrei and Dalton Peters. As we mentioned on the offensive line is Brinton, Dominic Struck, Valentini, and Reinhardt for the Wildcats. So underneath center goes Myers. Eifert is in the backfield. Again to Lively. He's moving the backfield and down right at the 40-yard line. He'll lose a couple on the play. Yeah, Walter Clark. Great job by Clark there. That's a couple-yard loss. Remind our out-of-town sprinkler tonight. Right to you by the crane room. Grab a seat in the bar. We're down here. The walk to outside on the patio, especially tonight. It's only in the crane room. Stop by before after the game or visit them online at www.craneroom.com. Third down and 6 coming up here for Shenango. And there's snap, and they're going to get the ball. Lyer's going to skip. He has a man open. He finds his receiver and is by Aaron Martin for a fourth down pass connection. What a nice play there by Myers. Avoiding the tackle of the ball, moving out to his left and finally open for that fish down toss. That there was an offsides there, didn't it? Like a lot happened. I think Shenango was expecting it, but did not. As Myers was able to slip out, he was under pressure, but how he found that receiver out there in Aaron Martin, one move, a good throw, first down. Shenango in business. Underneath center again is Myers. Hand off to Lively. He goes straight forward, pulls forward across the 45 down, close to the 33-yard line. Yeah, let it get this kid, don't you? Yeah, I do. I mean, he just. And I'm going forward. You're stopping. You know, he's not going east to west. It's all north to south, downhill. I'm going. Exactly. Not backing up and momentum going forward, trying to pick up yardage. You know, Shenango needs a nice long drive here. Down 7-0 with 6.5 to go here, first period. Hiley dots the I in the box here. Myers underneath center. Takes the snap, pushes out to Lively, goes right side, has some room, and is quickly gobbled up there and brought down. But a late flag on the play. Looks like another handling call. Yep. And this is an interesting situation. Do you jerk it down? But I'm not. I'm going to get. I said pushing back. Well, the studio cheers. We have about 90 cheerleaders here tonight, first to 8th grade. Pushing back. Yeah, we had the first and third grade group to cheer, the 4th to 6th grade, and then the 7th to 8th grade. All the pregame routines here tonight from Shenango. So on cheerleading night. A lot of fun for them. Yeah, I bet those varsity cheerleaders remember when they were that. You know, exactly. Remember that. Yeah, how much they all turned talking to them, having fun with them. It was a great experience. 4 receiver set, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Shotgun in his back to snap. And we're about Myers. He took the run. And he's going to get rid of it over the head. It was a terrible receiver, but a nice play by Myers recovering from that snap and able to get the ball out of bounds for a rope. Right up just 3rd down and long. Didn't lose anything. Yeah, fortunate for Myers. It's tough. They bounced straight back up to him. So they tried to make something. It was nothing for Morgan down there. They should have seen throw there. Just either his gimme complete or it's out of bounds. You know, in that situation. He was probably a little hesitant right now. Those 3 6s last week. Yeah. Again, they'll send 4 receivers in power and 3 to the right this time. 1 to the left. Myers takes the snap, he's back to pass, goes up the screen to Lively. Lively gets it, and he's going to be brought down immediately for no gain. They'll bring up 4th down to Shenango. They bring the special units on to punt the ball away. Yeah, it's good defense, and that athleticism again. A lot of athletes on this Cornell team. So Dalton Peters back to punt the ball away. Then look out. See who's lead. Here is a very morning. Mr. Shotman. Down. There's the kick, and it's going to be a roll from him as the ball's going to bounce at the 20 and then left, and die right there inside the 20-yard line. at a 19. That's definitely inside the 20. Yes, it is. That's a good point. I mean, the first one wasn't good, but it was effective enough to put him inside the 20. But when you have an 80-yard completion, how much you can do? Yeah, exactly. You do the drop offense and put it, make him not play a long field, but sometimes you have to tip your high. And that was Kim to Henderson, who at the end of this game will have our aircraft player of the game and our Melee chiropractic play of the game. Let's see what Cornell can do here. Senior Kimbo, excuse me. It's all right. Kimbo hands it off, and it's going to get back to about the line of scrimmage. She may get about a yard the most on that play. Bring up second down and 10 coming up here for the Raiders. That was Henderson. Can you give him one? I'll definitely have it, It's one of those. I give it one. It's like perfect pass. Exactly. Second down and 9, ball at the 19-yard. Nothing betting on the game. NFL, I don't know if it's my fantasy football team. Hey, you don't want to give them points, boy. Kimbo in shotgun. Kimbo. Just move back. Kimbo on the option, and they'll give it back to Henderson. Henderson turns the corner. He's on a horse collar. And that would be back to 23-yard line, and they'll get first down yardage on that defensive penalty. When you do the right there, the referee better not miss that one. The Riders bring him down. The old days you could do that. The new days less than less. Jerry Jones made sure that never happened again. Not fair, I would, but it is rule. That's fair either. Yeah, it was unfortunately the influence of Jerry Jones brought that to football. You don't have to swear in this network. So I understand. For Kimba. Oh, there I have it. That's right. I don't have the R of his name on my sheet. And who cares? That was on me. I know you type it. That's why I keep saying it that way. Now I know. And was that Kimbrough on the carry? That was Kimbrough on the carry. Okay. That's all right. As long as we get it corrected eventually, you know? The best. Right? Gotcha, bro. Flows in left and right. With the pistol. Takes the snap, he'll hand it off. That's Troutman. Troutman is going to swing out to the right side and get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a yard gain at the most. Boy, good job just throwing out. Breaking tackles, trying to get through, but Valencia finally was able to bring him down after he broke it. Boy, got 3-4 tackles in the backfield. Just couldn't find the room to get outside when they finally brought him down. So, third long situation. Kimber, see what he has here. The bag of tricks at 3rd and 9. Ball at the 40-yard line, down to 3 minutes for the play in the corner. The Raiders leading 7-0. What a gorgeous night. This is perfect fall evening, isn't it? Empty back row for Kimbrough. Back to pack. He was looking down the middle. He team for Henderson. The 30. He started running with the ball. If he secured the catch, he may be still running right now. Where he was under pressure there. Kyle Lenhart was on the pressure, but he was able to get through, and it almost looked like the Shenango defense just stopped in that ball. It looked like the ball's going to be overthrown. It wasn't. Henderson came down with that ball. Should have been a 6, but it sure looked like Shenango just gave up on it, didn't it? Yeah. Well, good news for Shenango is they'll get the ball back here on this punt. No snap, and they're going to get it just enough. How did he miss it? And the ball's going to roll dead around the 37-yard line. How did that ball get through for Drews' hands? I have no idea. It was not into the kicker. Yeah, at the same time. Exactly. Phenomenal. 2:31 remaining for the first quarter. Shenango got on this ball at the 39-yard line. Sam Myers, the 6'1", 160-pound sophomore, brings his team to the line. Dalton's the receiver out to the right. Schrei's the receiver out to the left. 2 setbacks. Handoff goes to. What's the line? It was Lively. Lively is at action to 45. When in doubt, say Lively. Now, what I was going to say, when in doubt, you see the guy going north to south. It's probably Lively because that's true. Both names are in the. I'm going forward. Zaga style. Yeah, there's a name from the past. If you're old enough to know that, yeah, yes. Lively blocks the guy in the backflip. Myers took the snap underneath center. And off to Lively, who's the line of scrimmage for no gain. Then bring up 3rd down, about 4 coming up here for the Wildcat. That was Kenny Tench who just absolutely leveled him. It's like a 1-yard loss possibly in that play. And then we'll bring up a 3rd down. 4, let's call it. They have to get to the 49-yard line for the 1st down. Yeah, looking at the scrimmage, it's a little wrong. It's balls on the 45, not the 39. That's what got me confused there. Yes, I guess they were at 39, but just hasn't moved. 2 receivers set, 1 left, 1 right. I formation in the backfield. Lively's got the eye. He'll take the pitch. He'll go to the right side. He'll turn the corner. It's the 50 for the 1st down. At this, maybe negated again on a pending carry for the Wildcats. Yeah, it was actually Hayden Morgan with the carry who was able to get that outside, but be a 3rd holding call on the Wildcats here, more likely. Why look at the coach? Holding call right at the line of scrimmage. Yep, we'll bag that up 10. It goes from 3rd and 4 to 3rd and 14. 1 minute, 2 seconds. I didn't realize you're allowed to give the number in high school football. Yeah, I've been seeing that more and more with the when they have the mics on. I'm loving it. I know the people, as far as years they weren't allowed. Yeah. Now maybe the PI never really changed that. I did not know that either. Back to pass is Myers. He looks. He's going to fire. He has Lively for the fire. Not too far for his reach, and for incomplete, bringing up 4th down here for Shenango. And we'll give him our first smart shots reference of the night. He would know right off the bat. Way back in 2019. So still paragraph 2, section 5, -3.2. Yeah. So Dalton's in the play. All right, Dalton Peters. I missed that guy. It was special. There's no plan about it. And Hunter Morgan has to come out the flips. He's got a little bit of blood on him, so he's going to have to get pulled off. And Baby George's going to check in for him. Henderson's deep to receive his kick here for the Raiders. The red blood rule came into effect about 10 years ago, probably. Yeah. Peters gets the punt off, and it's off the side of his foot. Going to cross the 50, roll down the sidelines, and go out of bounds at the 47-yard line. That one we can't praise. That's just a shank. It happens to every punter and every runner every once in a while. Unfortunately, the peak news is it wasn't kicking from his 10-yard line; it was kicking from his 35. Exactly. So the Raiders will take at their own 47-yard line with a minute 5 remaining in the 1st quarter, losing 7-0. We had an 80-yard touchdown pass a couple of minutes into the game. Jimbo to Henderson. Jimbo in the pistol. He takes the snap, and he's going to roll out, looking downfield. He's in trouble. He's going to duck it to Henderson. He's to the 30. That's the second touchdown here. And the Raiders they're at 13-0 lead here with 51 seconds remaining here in the 1st quarter. Again, Kimbrough under intense pressure, 3 men on him, and finds the safety valve in Mr. Henderson. And Henderson goes left, no one around on the left side, so he goes at the 45-yard line, able to cut back in the middle of the field, and then just uses speed. And really, he's got some speed, my friend. 53 yards. Another touchdown for the Cornell Rovers. MJ Smith in for the point after. Straight on kicker. Can't see it too often anymore. Picks it up and throw. When it's 14-0. The Raiders leading the Wildcats here with 51 seconds remaining in the first. Let's take a 1-minute timeout. You're watching LCSportsNet.com by AdCap.
For more than 120 years, people have relied on Martindale-Hubbell's preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you've been involved in an automobile accident, you should do the same. At LGKG, we have been preeminently rated for over 40 years.
When a team needs to discuss their next move in a big game, coach calls a timeout. When you need to discuss your next move after your latest life endeavor, let Ponce's Insurance be your coach. At Ponce's Insurance, how we serve you is as important as the insurance we provide. Protecting those you love, the business you built, and the things you've earned. That's our job. At Ponce's Insurance online at poncesinsurance.com. Ponce's Insurance. Love the life you live.
For more than 120 years, people have relied on Martindale-Hubbell's preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you've been involved in an automobile accident, you should do the same. At LGKG, we have been preeminently rated for over 40 years.
MJ Smith tees the ball up at the 40-yard line to kick it off here for the Raiders. And here's a short kick, and it's going to bounce, and it's another free pick. Captain a chip on it at the 38-yard line. Jason Kane and Julian Fordyce had the opportunity in the ball that pass to them. I have no idea. I don't think it was an intentional onside kick. It turned out that way. Shenango really fortunate to hang on to that ball. Jason Kane went to jump on the ball and he hit it with his shoulder and pushed the ball forward. And the Wildcats took advantage of that opportunity to jump on it, and they'll have first down and 10 at their 38-yard line. 50 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Play clock down to 9. They got to hurry here. We got the play in late. They're scrambling down to 5 seconds. Myers gets the snap off. He's looking. He's going to fire. He has a man open. Incomplete. Yes, incomplete. Yes. Henry said incomplete. And that was out to Aaron Martin doing favors. And now this is the situation that Shenango keeps on finding themselves in. Down overs. Yeah, they were doing okay with this running game. Now it's like, okay, now we're down 14-0. We've got something going. And I so sick with that. But actually, the Bullets is just killing them. 3 holding calls. Every time they've got across the 50, they've gone backwards. Unfortunately, the handoff goes to Lively. Lively has room, has at the 40, and is brought down at the 44-yard line. And I'll bring up a third down and management coming up here for the Wildcats, and they do not have to run a play if they do not want. Yeah, we're about a second ahead. And let's see what they decide to do here. Third down and 1-4 coming up here for Shenango. Myers does take the snap. He'll hand it off, and he's caught in the backfield as Lively was brought down at the 43-yard line. And I'll bring up fourth down. That's the end of the first quarter. We played one in Shenango, and the Raiders from Cornell, the Cats. From Shenango, 14-0. We're watching LCSportsNet.com, powered by LCAP.
Wherever you're going, Axe can get you there. The bowling alley, beauty salon, and even the library. Axe can get you there safely. The grocery store, the pharmacy, and the bank. Axe can get you there comfortably. Going to work, visiting a friend, or just to relax at the park. Axe can get you there affordably. Axe is here to get you there, safely, comfortably, and affordably. Choose Axe as your driving service and give us a call to schedule a ride.
Hey Scotty fans, it's Mrs. Ryan
and Miss Felina here on behalf of the Union Area Education Association.
And we want to wish all of our Scotties good luck this season. Go Scotties!
12 minutes on the clock as we enter the second quarter. Like Shenango, 4th down and 5 coming up here for the Wildcat. We're going to get a chance. I want to share a little story of a pregame meeting that he had with one of the spectators in the press box that Mr. Dawson had been a kick out of. Peters gets the snap and punts the ball away. Deep kick as reflected by Henderson around the 21-yard line. Crosses the 25 to the 30-yard line. A flat fly at the end of the play. Was that a first mask? May have been. And interesting. While they sort this out, yeah, we came in the press box where the fans came in. Jimmy Dawson! Like, what? Jimmy! Rex. Your husband, Rex. As a kiss, Jimmy. Well, Denise Malkovich was on the Shenango scoreboard, or skateboard. I've been calling you Jimmy Dawson for how many weeks? Yeah, I Denise, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being on the scoreboard, brothers. So, Mr. Dawson, she was saying hello to you for many words. She said, I said 2 names. I don't know what it's at, so. Yeah, so that's a hearing call on Cornell. So, wow. If looks could kill, but sure, I mean, my look at my face of what she was saying to me when I was like, it was a fun conversation. Thanks to those. Pleasure meeting you. And we got a timeout taken here by Shenango. Yes, our launches insurance timeout. Just like the teams go to the sideline, listen to their coach, and discuss their moves. That's what you get at Launches Insurance. They put their attention to the things you own so you can devote your attention to the ones you love. Visit them online at Ponce'sInsurance.com. PONTIUS. Ponce's Insurance. Let the life you live. It's worry-free. So with that ball, they move the ball back to the 16-yard line, and they'll start first down and 10 there. And make the Patriots. So, making his second week in a row. Yeah, Dawson, Dawson came up to that. And at the half, looking for my at the half, right here. Let me know about the half. It's the Detroit High School halftime show. Don Ramos and Chris Heflin press conference. We'll take a look at some of the big moments of the Newcastle natives as there's career in sports journalism. It's the Triple I High School Sports Network halftime show presented by SA Tires and Expert Tire. There's the pitch out wide. Henderson with the ball as he's going to cut in the backfield and block it. They still up. And do they're going to get up the safety? They should not. I would say he'd be down about the 1 or 2 yard line. No, they're going to safety. They're going to give him the safety, which is surprising, yeah. And he's going to play too, yeah. Henderson, who scored 8 touchdowns here for the Raiders, they picked center safety. They're good. Now they're going to talk it over. I'm not even going to change that. It looked like in the grass, about the 5 yard line or so, and we got loose a little bit and crack, and then we got pushed into the end zone. So, difficult call there for the officials. Yeah, I mean, I thought they did a little. Filling momentum after about the 1 or 2 yard line. That would be my guess, but nonetheless, the officials are right there, and they knew that he was free enough. We're attacking in the end zone. So he went into the end zone on his own accord. That Coach Dawson talked a little bit about it, but right now the concern is with Henderson in the end zone. Yeah, he got powered on by a few players, and hopefully just the wind knocked out of him. So it's officially a 16-yard loss. 2-point safety for Shenango. So good for them that they'll get on the scoreboard. Unfortunately, bad for Henderson as he got hurt. And Cornell already not a big loss there. And it was at Henderson already with those 2 catches for 133 yards. Yeah. Listen, just walk the neck. This Malkovich just came walking in the press box. Yeah, my new friend, Denise. She will follow me on Twitter. The scoring with that week after was brought to by Joseph's Marketplace. Newcastle's favorite family-owned hometown grocery store and shopping cart. Check out the brand new and bakery section, and you'll place your order to go online at josephsnc.com. Joseph's Marketplace, family-owned and operated since 1915. Yeah, it's not looking good before we start that recap. Mr. Henderson, Tim, was hurting that left shoulder. Like, he was back in the place, or forget it, I'm done. And there's Henderson on a 80-yard touchdown reception from Kimbrough with 8:59 remaining in the first quarter to make it 7-0. And there's Kimbrough to Henderson again, this time 53 yards with 52 seconds remaining in the half, in the quarter to make it 14-0. And that's where we are at here. And then a safety. 16-yard loss on the play. Shenango's defense scores the safety to make it 14-2. They're trying to get his shoulder pad back on, or trying to take the shirt off on their wrist. Not looking good there for sure. I see him kind of moving like this on the ground with his shoulders by them trying to pop in there himself, but wants to wait to see what happens there. So Shenango will, Cornell will free kick it off. Good kick. And it goes all the way to the 33-yard line. Right across the 40. Dances forward to 45. And is down there. So Shenango had an excellent field position to start this drive at the 36-yard line. Yeah, it almost like Henderson's like just walking back in the place. I want to make it back out there. So it's these guys with football players love to play. They never work at areas. You just have to run back for their own good. Myers takes the snap. They'll hand it off to Lively. They go forward. He gets back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. Good job by Cornell. That defense. Second down and 10 coming up here for the Wildcats. 11:06 remaining here on the middle clock in the second quarter. 2 is our score. So Myers will be in shotgun. We'll have a 3-receiver set. Wiley will come in motion to take the handoff. Goes to the right side, turns the corner. 10-50, 10-45. Pushes out for the first down. And a nice up there by Lively. Hunter Lively, a 5'8", 170-pound junior here for the Wildcats, picking up that first down. Unfortunately, the thing on blue right now is, okay, where's the flag? Yeah, there is no flag right now. That's a good thing. Shenango can handle themselves early with good run there by Lively getting that corner. Got first down. So first and 10, ball at the 44-yard line now of Cornell with 10:30 on the moving clock in the second quarter. Sam Myers will be underneath center. I formation in the backfield. Hand off again to Lively. Goes straight forward. Dives forward across the 40, close to the 39-yard line. Let it pick up a 5. Seems to be a feeling there with Lively and 5. For sure. It's good job of that offensive line. That's Chubby Valenti having a nice game in that offensive line. And we're going to get another Paulson's Insurance timeout. Thanks to Paulson's Insurance for sponsoring these timeouts this year. All great sponsors. I almost stopped the crane to them at home last night from where was I last night? Yeah. Can't remember the kid's name now. I had all 4 goals. I can't remember the kid's name. That's the Southside Beavers scored all 4 goals. Was our all cap at the end of the game. And had the big we mainly had that's at the end of the game. Get to see what's that. See what's be done. I want to thank all our sponsors and Northern Chiropractic, lots of great product. Kevin and George, the Red Zone, Joseph Marcus Place, Sponsors Insurance, Michael Clifford Jr. of Castle Realty, the Crane Room, and of course, the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership. Yeah, make sure you stick around at halftime. We had the Cornell band and the Shenango band for your entertainment. Tim and I go eat after. And so there's some refreshments there at halftime. So it was on a deep drop. The single screenplay we'll see as Martin gets across the 30 to the 20-yard line. Another first down pickup here for Shenango. Oh, what a great fake. He really served it well, and that brought all those linebackers in, and I was able to get that completion there. I believe that was Aaron Martin, isn't it? Yes, it was. That's 21 just slipped out of the backfield, hit him perfectly in stride. Good first down. Good play. It's lucky the way he showed that. Everybody in the ballpark thought Lively had the ball. Myers underneath center. Takes the snap, handoff to Lively. As he just blows forward, doesn't give up. At least gets about a yard on the play, it looks like. Yeah, Micah Dickerson in on the tackle. We'll have some unofficial numbers at halftime. Second down and long coming up here for Shenango. This is preparation of the game here for the Wildcats. Am I saying official? Am I saying official? That's the official. They're in the ballpark. I like our soccer expertise last night. Receiver set under the line. Myers is shotgun. Takes a low snap. Looks downfield. He'll fire across the middle. This is the receiver. As he tried down something with 10 down for a first and goal situation coming up here for Shenango, and they have entered the red zone. Make sure you stop at the red zone on Warrington Road on Rashanek for all your sporting apparel needs, supporting custom apparels, and brewery and more. Visit them online at the redzonesports.com. Screw big at the red zone. They're down on clamps. Yes, it was last night during my broadcast. You know that I collect the high school nickname T-shirts. Yes, I have a local guy that I live in Butler that does my T-shirts. Well, he went through. I think I'm gonna have to give the red zone an opportunity to put my T-shirt up and see how they do. Excellent. That's the idea. That sort of terms as they're sponsoring my podcast, and I was in their store, and it's a great store. I can't wait to stop by myself. France. Yeah, it's got your Lawrence County champion shirt and all the champions. Yeah. And we're offering them his own powers. That's number 55 is Hogwarts Smith. They can't afford to lose another player. They lost Henderson. Yeah, maybe 20 players dressed to begin with. Yeah, that's right before COVID. And what a group, what a bad time. Do you think everything like this is going to be that they survived that whole thing and they're just doing great. Thank you for the shirts they printed up and everything. So Shenango in business here. Ball at the 5-yard line. The sophomore breaks the huddle. Comes to the line of scrimmage. Then underneath center. High formation in the backfield. Lively. They bring one in motion from left to right. Beat to Lively. Lively goes up the middle. This is supposed to be. The touchdown is the Wildcats cut into this Raiders lead now. It's 14-8 with the points after to be attempted. I believe it was Colin Fedruzzi on the block that was able to swing it and get Lively inside. Great job there. Shenango answers back. Off that safety. The length of the point is up. And with that, it's 14-9. The Raiders with the lead over. That's we're going to take a time out here watching. She's PostNet.com, powered by LCAP.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shenango for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Looking to buy, sell, or rent in Lawrence County? Get Realtor Michael Kurtwood Jr. in your starting lineup today. Michael Kurtwood Jr. of Castle Realty caters to buyers, sellers, and renters of Lawrence County and the surrounding areas. Call Michael Kurtwood Jr. at 724-301-1482 today. Check out his current listings or list your home at castle-realty.com. People you know, people you trust.
And Shenango gets their first touchdown of the game. Valenti kicks off, and it'll be 30 at the 25. Troutman with the ball across the 30. He reduces field. He's at the 35, has room at the 30. At midfield, down to the 40. Gets back inside, gets inside the 30 and down to the 25-yard line. But we have a marker now. Yep, when he was ready to cut back, or when he did cut back, the flag came out. And that is definitely coming back. All the way back at the 34-yard line. Henry makes the call, Mr. Fern. Yeah. And he can watch the replay and say, look, I got it. Always archive. Live and archive here. Also, switch that AnswerBlind.com. Watch any broadcast or listen to any broadcast anytime you like. So they're going to 10-yard mark off. Back to the 25-yard line from the penalty at the 35. Where Henderson is not going to come back in. He's got the sling on, the shirt off. It looks like he will be done for the night. He had a big first quarter with 2 touchdowns here for the Raiders. 2 catches at 133 yards. Unfortunately, he looks like his night's going to be done. Yeah, they put a sling on him there than that sideline bit set. Shoulder, hopefully it's just a sprain or something out line. Empty backfield, takes a low snap, just going to throw it, completes it, and he'll get it out for about a 3-yard gain. Gets it out to, I believe that might have been trying. Well, you lost your big play guy definitely going to be out for the game, or else miracles happen at halftime. 2nd down and 7. Again, empty backfield for Kimbrough. Goes back to Patrick. Well, it was picked off. Oh, making the play was Kale making the play on that. As Chris Kale, the 215, 5'7", 215 sophomore, we're going to start at linebacker tonight. Do you think he read his eyes? I was going to say, read that perfectly. Yeah. And see, but go and ran a little too quick without the ball. Yeah, jumped the gun there. Unfortunately, he was able to at least get the incompletion. 7:54 remaining this quarter. Kimbrough will stay in an empty backfield. It's 5 receivers set. 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Kimbrough back to pass. He's looking down the middle. He's going to find it. Going deep for the treatment. They come inside the 20. The 20-yard line. 57 yards. Wow, 57 yards to Troutman. And we're played by Travis to catch that over-the-shoulder catch. Had a step on the 2 defenders. And Kimbrough hit him perfectly in stride. Real throw. And Cornell enters the red zone. Make sure you visit them on Wilmington Road for all your apparel needs. Square big at the red zone, redzonesports.com. Wow. So the Raiders on the move here at the 12-yard line. No. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Big play offense here for the Raiders. They better hurry up. They better call time. The Raiders call the timeout. Let's have Ponchers Insurance timeout. We have Ponchers Insurance. Thanks for sponsor our timeouts. Ponchers Insurance here at Western Sportsnet. Yeah, looks like Mr. Henderson's there. Looks like he's headed to the locker room possibly. Yeah, he's hurting. Definitely hurting. I'm just so amazed at the throw of Kimbrough. And he was under pressure. He's 3 passes today. And about 3 of them were right on target on those deep passes. And a couple of them were dropped in the first half, but that one was right there, and Troutman did not miss it. unofficially right now, 3 completions for 180 yards. Excuse me, 190 yards. Three completions for 190 yards. Just such stats. That's my stats. How about those stats, my friend? Yeah. Early lead for the start of the game. Kimbrough in the shotgun, takes the snap, he'll keep, and he'll spin at the tap and gets inside the 10-yard line as they move him. He's still really inside the 10. Wow, a team effort there to push that ball inside the 5. Is that a first down or not? Now they're stop the clock as he get inside the 2. And they have. They're going to take a look at it, and they're going to say first down. First and goal coming up here for Cornell. Yeah, he got pushed forward 5 yards. Yeah, he gets just churning. And out great choice to get pushed. It wasn't 15 teams around him, just getting pushed forward. So good job by Kimbrough. Get the first and goal. His offensive line got right behind him and kept pushing forward. Full house backfield. Tight formation, and there's a quarterback keeper. They'll do it again, and they'll get close to the goal. Touchdown. Kimbrough into the end zone, and the Raiders answer right back to extend their lead now to 29 with 6:33 remaining here in the second quarter. Yeah, you can see this. That was going to be the strategy right there. Just punching forward, lean forward. Just go, and we're going to push you in, and that's exactly what they did. So great answer here by the Cornell Raiders. And Joe Smith in through the point after. So 2 straight-out kickers here tonight. Yeah. We don't get to see that too often. There's a snap in the hole, and he gets it off. Do they go to the throw? All right. So with 6:54 remaining in the second, took another bit of time. It's 21-9. Cornell leading New Wildcats. You're watching RCSportsNet.com, powered by LCAP.
When a team needs to discuss their next move in a big game, coach calls a timeout. When you need to discuss your next move after your latest life endeavor, let Ponce's Insurance be your coach. At Ponce's Insurance, how we serve you is as important as the insurance we provide. Protecting those you love, the business you built, and the things you've earned. That's our job. At Ponce's Insurance online at poncesinsurance.com. Ponce's Insurance. Love the life you live.
Wherever you're going, Axe can get you there. The bowling alley, beauty salon, and even the library. Axe can get you there safely. The grocery store, the pharmacy, and the bank. Axe can get you there comfortably. Going to work, visiting a friend, or just to relax at the park, Axe can get you there affordably. Axe is here to get you there, safely, comfortably, and affordably. Choose Axe as your driving service and give us a call to schedule a ride.
This is the kickoff. It's a turn across the 30. Push to the 35-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 for the Wildcats at their own 35 to start this drive. 6 remaining here in the second quarter. And thanks to the Canadian for all the scores scrolling across the bottom of the screen. We're breaking up 14-7 on Mohawk. Oh, we got a game that's a surprise over there. Yeah, some big games going on around the WPIA. The 2 biggest ones, North Allegheny with Central Catholic, and then Bell Vernon and Thomas Jefferson, and 2 star power games this weekend around the WPIA. Myers, I believe, retrieved it as he had trouble getting the ball from the center on that snap. After the game, we can listen to Chevrolet High School Sports show. Good, I butchered that one pretty good. The scoreboard show, sponsored by SO and Essex Tire. I'll tune into a local radio on the way home, where you can watch it. Should live for HSN at shouldlive.com. There's the handoff, and it goes straight up the gut. We're lively, and we'll pick up about 3 on the play. We'll bring up 3rd down coming up here for Shenango as we clock ticks under 5 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Yeah, you haven't seen, I don't know if you saw pictures of the Bell Vernon turf. They call it the beach. Oh, the gold turf. Oh, good shot. Yes, I gold turf. Love it. I'm not crazy about it, but I like the blue turf in Boise. Yeah. Here's the snap. Back to passes. Myers going to set up a screen. He gets it to Martin. Martin crosses the 35 up to the 37-yard line. And I bring up fourth down and a punting situation here for Shenango, and Martin goes down on the field. Well, that was a great read there by number 7. That was Walter Claret, who was able to recognize that screen pass and was able to break that play up. You know, it was just limited to damage, and down you said the injured player there. Just some cramps. There's some the cramps going on tonight. It's not really a hot night, no. And well, maybe that's part of the thing is you still need to hydrate, and sometimes always need to hydrate. Yeah. Central Valley leading over Newcastle 7-0, 10:35 to go in the first half. So they're giving Central Valley everything they can handle there tonight. Central Valley, which are a really strong team. Newcastle have their hands full. But so far, so good for them. See what the Red Hurricane can do. Leechburg leading Springboro 21-8. Big game there for the Blue Devils are off to a great start. Up in District 10, Sharon leading Fort LaBeouf 26-13. Or Fort LaBeouf, is it? I think it's LaBeouf. It might be, I don't know. Some of your scores going around, and unfortunately, Central Valley is leading Newcastle 28-0 in the second quarter. Boy, that changed quick, didn't it? You don't want to miss anything at halftime, as we'll have both marching bands performing the full performance here alongside with the HSSN halftime show. So some fun, unique visuals coming your way here at halftime. There's the picture of the turf. Oh, yeah, look at that. I like that. Yeah, the gold turf. Also at halftime coming up, the Trib Live High School halftime show. Don Weber hosts a Chris Harlan press conference and take a look at some of the best moments of the Newcastle natives as seen in his career in sports journalism. It's Trib Live High School Sports Network halftime show presented by SA Tire and Expert Tire. Yeah, look for them. You'll be hearing this name. Quentin Martin from Bell Vernon, just an outstanding athlete. He's going to be getting recruited by a number of schools here very soon from Bell Vernon. So it's almost halfway through the season. Yeah, football. Yeah, we're in round 5. Yes, some schools are having some issues, and that's to be expected. Unfortunately, Seneca Valley and Northern just got canceled, and they just ruled Northern as a forfeit now. So, and then Slippery Rock, they got canceled late. We got canceled on Thursday afternoon, I believe. Oh, wow. So they're sort of looking for it. They got canceled about a week before, I think it was, Slippery Rock. They got canceled. They got a game late, though, against, I thought they got a game late. That's on our plan. Yeah, I can't remember who they were, but that's kind of something, when schools come in these situations, and if you have to follow the protocol, and unfortunately, sometimes the protocol is late. You got to do what you got to do. And exactly, yes, it's today's world we live in, unfortunately. Grab a seat at the bar, in the dining room, in the loft, or outside on the patio. There's plenty of room at the crane room. Stop by before or after you visit at www.craneroom.com and ask for the Q sauce for your wings. Peter's in formation. Plotman back to receive. I'll kick it away from him, and ball will bounce at the 35, take a high bounce over Troutman, and goes down inside the 20, all the way down to the 15-yard line. And beautiful kick there by Peters. How about a 53-yard kick with no return? I'll make up for that. We have it off the side of his foot. Yeah, that would do it. And please, the sponsors that we have on LC Sportsnet, please, when you go and support these sponsors, please tell me you heard it on LC Sportsnet. Tell me you've heard them, and appreciate their business, which I would do when I get back to the crane room. Yeah. Me and Joseph, I got to get back out to Joseph's. Dawson was teasing me earlier, talking about the ribs that we had there. Yeah, unfortunately, the ribs are done for the year. Yeah, last week he was like, I got ribs. I'm like, you joke. Yeah. And I said, yeah, I could have a Pontius Insurance timeout again. They're going to go to the sideline. They're going to talk to the coach. And they're going to discuss what they need. That's what we got to do at Pontius Insurance. They put their attention to the things you know, so you can devote your attention to the ones you love. Visit them online at pontiusinsurance.com. Pontius Insurance. Love the life you live. Really, 3. We'll get a quick first quarter. Now we're paying for it. I was going to say we got 30 points on the scoreboard. Yeah, first half though. So yeah, Cornell showing their athletic ability right now. And Henderson unfortunately getting hurt after those touchdown passes of 80 and 53 yards. And when Henderson going out, looked like a shoulder injury of some sort. Then Kimbrough hit Troutman for a deep pass, about 57 yards, I believe. That's it was 57 yards, correct. So at the end of the game, we'll have our LCAP player of the game award. And my Miami Chiropractic Game Award. So plenty of time there for that. First down, here's Kimbrough will keep. So we're out and get close to the 15-yard line. When they give him the forward progress, or like I said, that knee was down. Like I said, that knee was down at the 15. Second down and 10 coming up here for the Raiders. 30 on a moving clock here in the second quarter.
Got back to work. Every day was ball. Anything back in. It's nice getting around people. I feel it. Remember for me.
They'll send. Four receivers in pattern, 2 left, 2 right. They'll bring one in motion. And it'll be Kimbrough on the option as he pushes his Trickman and he just caught from behind the 30-something yards, got down to the 37, that first down one. That option Trickman. Yeah, nothing there to the left. They say break it back to the right. And good job there by Raquan Troutman. Broke the tackle, but unfortunately it's not going to count because we were a flag with the 16-yard line. Yes, you will. Another holding call. The flags have been busy tonight for both teams. They have Foley Henry again. Half the distance in the show. Jeez, good move, this Cujo. That wasn't me, Henry. Close at the 8-yard line. I forgot to text Dawson that we had a Henry sighting tonight. The pistol. 4 receivers set, 3 right. Takes a high snap. He's back to pass in the end zone, and his ball recovered away. The fall incomplete. A nice defense there for the Wildcats, getting their hands up, knocking that ball down. Yeah, that was Jason Dominic who got the hands up. Third down and long coming up here for Cornell. I was ready for him to go deep because that's about all they've been throwing. The Bears setting up the screen, but Dominic got the big paws up. Big play here for Shenango. He's still got 3:29 left here in the first half. Still got 10 miles left. Still got a chance. Exactly. You hold him now. You have to run the maybe call timeout, stop the clock. Big play here, both offensively and defensively for these two. And the delay game penalty is going to kill him right now. Yeah, we're out of time. Put them back 5-0. They actually have to distance, put them all back the 3-yard line. Making it a little more challenging here for the offense. They do it right here, Shenango, don't they? Feed us the press ball around the referee and microphone. Not too bad. Play clock running, you got it over. Thank you for Shenango for doing everything for us and making us feel welcome and give us a great space here to broadcast. So 3rd down and 25 coming up here for the kick. Jimbo, good keep. It crosses the 5, down at the 6. So small gain. And they'll give Shenango the chance with the ball again. They're not going to use the timeout. They're going to let the clock run. 3:15 on a moving clock. They're going to use the timeout. Now you go after the kicker. Exactly. Put some pressure on him. Got to go after the kicker because it was the last time, I believe that was Fergus. He almost had to block the last time. Short at the 55-yard line to return this punt. Cornell really confused right now. And a roll snap, but we have Bristol stopping the play. The flag down. I assume it's going to be a false start. Or they're leaving a substitution. Help start Cornell. Run. Back and back. Choose yards. Set. No. Now be the ball to 2-yard line. Yeah, Dickerson now. And he should be staying on close to that end line. Yeah, but he's got safety with no over. Great shot. Good try. About the safety. Down the center. And if it was around the same line, nice return by Schry. I don't know how Dickerson's getting those big. That was phenomenal. Low snap and that 30-yard kickoff. Exactly. So big play here now for Shenango. You got 2:35 left. You're down 21-9. They're 31 yards away from pay good. There we can see we don't really have a field goal kicker for yardage here. So Shenango's going to look to get in the end zone here. So sophomore quarterback Sam Meyer brings his team out ahead to the line of scrimmage. The 6'1", 160-pounder. They go on into the center. He's 5-9 on the night so far, Sam. And then that may be carrying in the backfield now. And the handoff goes wide. Get close to the 26-yard line. So that was Morgan on the carry. What a nice tackle there by Shamar Wilson. Looked like he was going to gain the corner. Wilson was able to grab that ankle and bring him down. Clock continues to run. We're down to 2 minutes, 10 seconds remaining here in the first half. Shenango, no hurry. You don't want to give Cornell any chance to come back. And they're probably still afraid about those pick sixes, too, from the fast route. So receiver said, one left, one way. Handoff goes to Morgan. Maybe someone gets tricked up. Close to the and shove the first down. Don't stop the clock. While they reset the steps. Yeah, for sure, Morgan. I thought he's selling a Cornell receiver to move defender to move forward 2 more rows, but they did not see it that way. First down and 10 here for the Wildcats. Down to 95 seconds remaining here in the first half. Pitch goes to Morgan. Morgan goes left side. He gets the corner to the 15. Knocked down for 14. We'll pick up about 7 on the play. So instead of Wiley getting the ball, they're going to share the duties to Hayden Morgan. The Mother's a little bit more speed. He's a little bit more east-west than Wiley to north-south. So best combination between these two right now. Down under a minute. Second down and 4 coming up here for the Wildcat. I'm pretty sure they're still 2 timeouts. And when the tight end motion, they'll hand it. It's more. Yeah, who's going to get knocked out of bounds? I'll stop the clock. I want you to fake two. My goodness. Janer's 2 on the play. Yeah, short of the first down, though. Was that plenty of time? You got 43 seconds. Clock will stop if you get the first down. You get a long one like that. See what? Don't choose to do here on a 3rd down and 1. I was thinking to Lively. The Lively's in the fullback situation. And Morgan is at the tailback. And off to Morgan. Morgan jets inside, picks up the first down inside the tag. They'll stop the clock as they reset the ball for field goal. As we are in the zone once again. What a great job by Hunter Lively on the block. Redzone.com. All your apparel needs. And the Process Insurance timeout here taken by Shenango. Please go visit the Red Zone, pick up your Red Zone apparel. Anything you need. I'm going to be going for a shirt printed somehow with my 50 high school nickname shirts. There you go. You can get what you need to get. And at the RedZoneSports.com. Interesting that Shenango's going away from Hunter Lively and put him into the feedback zone now and using Morgan now as more of a speed option. So it'll be first and goal from 8. 33 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. That's you need to remember the shirts I ordered now. The two nicknames I got to run off their off. I'd have to go back. I'll be surprised when you call us. You get somebody. Great pickers. I don't have great pickers. Yeah, great pickers are done. Okay. Yeah, I had to get them in my other Pennsylvania shirt. The Bubblers. Oh, the Bubblers. Springs. And the Concrete Kids of Northampton. And my Pennsylvania shirts. Excellent. Yeah. So you have the criminals from Arizona. Did I get them? No, I got the maniacs. Okay. I did not get the criminals. Okay. Is it the criminals? Is right? Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, because I'll go and check. I thought they were in Arizona. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got some funky ones. There's some great names out there. There's no way. But still the Arkansas School for the Deaf Leopards. Yes. It's fantastic. One of the better ones. Miners takes the snot. There's one. He's going to look the camp, and he was going to roll out the 28 seconds. We picked up the yard on the play. Henry up second down and goal. Rick over there, Henry. He took a fall. Tripped over a stick over there. Oh, Henry, no. Henry. But yeah, excuse me, Myers was rolling out. He had Lively. It looked like around the 2-yard line, but just couldn't sneak the ball over to him. And instead of taking a chance of making it incomplete, he just decided to be safe and get the 3-yard gain. Second and goal from the 5. Now for the Wildcat. 20 seconds remaining in the second quarter, and we have a time taken by the Wildcats. Because the play clock was down to 1, so they had to use their last purchase insurance timeout. So they're going to go talk about the news and what they need to do. We're on 2nd and 5. They shouldn't call Possible Insurance or ProcessInsurance.com. Check out for all your insurance needs. Thanks for sponsoring here on SSPersonal.com. About OCAP. Is at halftime we will have Union choosing. We were in the Cornell bands. And the other night I said Shenango. The Shenanigans. I heard not either, but that's for soccer. The minor sports, why not? Why not? Exactly. The Shenanigans in a co-op for one of the hockey programs. I want to say Black Rock, but I don't know for sure. Not 100% sure. There's a few. Yeah, the players an opportunity to play. I think that's for sure. Bravo. There was 3 or 4 Shenanigans players on the hockey team for one of the local hockey teams. We'll see that a lot for the hockey in the small areas. Here we go. Second down and goal from the 5. Here for Shenango. With a clock about stop there. He rolls to his left. Lively looking down. He's in. They're going to say he's down at the 16-yard line. Walks right it up. They got to get that back. It's third down and goal. They're going to get line with skirmish and get lined. They're going to spike out at 6. Spike it. And that's what they did with 6 seconds remaining. What a use. Myers wrapped up. We have been up fourth down. You know they don't have a field goal kicker to go 32 yards, so they got to throw from the end zone here. Well, they big ball here, trying to get through receivers in one way. See if they can. They're not size. I'm not doing anything attempted to Dalton Peters. I was just thinking that. I mean, you got a 6-foot try with a 6'3" Peters. I mean, you just Peters on the right. Yep. 3 receivers, 2 of the short side of the field. Got to go through him. He's going to hit. Incomplete for Dalton Peters. He had a step on him only. Who did? 7/10 of a second left as they turn the ball down to Shenango again. Had their chance, but could not pull it off. So Cornell will probably, well, you never know. No, they better take it. I was going to say, take it this thing to do. There would have been a big play offense here in the first half. But they're lining up in the safety position here. And then they'll take the knee and now end the first half. We'll score back 21-9. The Raiders, the Wildcats, they're very fast paced and a very high scoring first half. Yeah, pretty good first half. Sloppy by both sides. Some turnovers and some penalties that really killed Shenango. And see what happens in the second half. See what kind of adjustments Shenango will be able to make here. Stay tuned for halftime. You don't miss anything during halftime, as we'll have the marching bands and full performances along with the HSSN halftime show. All of the fun and unique visuals coming your way right here on LCSportsNet.com, powered by LCAP.
Week 4 edition of the halftime show on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Dawn Rebel, Chris Harlan. Our little get-together sponsored by SC Tire and Export Tire, your local tire experts. They work hard to earn your business. They have your size tire in stock installed today. All the best brands at the best tire prices. SC Tire, Route 51, Bell Vernon. Export Tire, Old William Penn Highway and Export. Check out their Google reviews if you're shopping for tires online. Well, every week we get together with Chris, and he offers his expertise on certain particular subjects. So this time we would get his expertise on the subject of Chris Harlan. This is let us begin with the first ever Chris Harlan press conference. Look at
I'm used to asking questions. I'm not used to answering questions.
He's a nervous Nelly. All right, first question for Chris Harlan. Let's get a little check on your background. You don't have to go into full detail, but how did you get started in the business, and how did this business lead you to the Trib Live High School Sports Network?
Growing up in Newcastle, I was always a sports fan. I went to Slippery Rock University, was editor of their college paper up there, The Rocket. Shout out to all the people working at The Rocket still today. And after college, went to Beaver County Times and worked there for about 9 years, I'd say, and then came down to the Trib. And all the way, I covered a lot of stuff over the years, enjoyed it, and I can't complain. I like it. Now I've been to the Trib, I think, 11 years now, 12 years. So wow. It's been fun.
we're calling earworms. That's right, like a song that has crawled its way in. To leave you tonight with an endless loop of smash hits that will keep you whistling and humming for days. We'll kick off our show tonight with infectious melodies of songs including Rosanna, 8675309, Jenny, and Build Me Up Buttercups. Take it away, Raider Marching Band.
How are you? Good.
Next song in our collection of contagious, catchy tunes will feature Jada Jenkins, Angel Matu, and the Raider Color Guard dancing away to Wham's mega hit, Wake Me Up Before You Go Go. Before we close our show, we'd like to thank the Shenango Marching Band and School District for having us here tonight. Hey crowd, have you ever been Rick? That's when you think you're going to hear one song, and bam, Rick Astley's mega hit, Never Gonna Give You Up, comes tearing through your speakers. Well, please join the Raider Marching Band in moving and grooving to our final selection, Never Gonna Give You Up. Ladies and gentlemen, your section of senior drum major Sophia Bach, please welcome to the field the Shenango Wildcat Marching Band. We'll open our performance this evening featuring the music of three brothers from New York City, Adam, Jack, and Ryan, otherwise known as the indie pop trio H&R. This hit single won a Billboard Music Award this year for Top Rock Song. Here is Bang. Well, I don't. Our next selection from AJR was composed and recorded in their living room in 2020. We now feature our auxiliary to this hopeful tune, Way Less Sad.
We close our show this evening with a song that earned AJA and AJR a certified gold record, released in March of 2018 from their second studio album. Here is Burn the House Down. The Shenango Wildcat Marching Band is under the direction of Mr. Doug Butchie. Assistant directors are Mr. Cody Hortz and Mr. Ken Stewart. Patron advisor is Mrs. Tina Otheus. Dance line advisor is Mrs. Kelly Project. Thank you and good evening.
All right, so we get the background out of the way.
That
Let's
wasn't
start
that wasn't
picking
too
brain.
painful.
Yeah, see. 6A, we've talked about it between the two of us, on the air, off the air. 6A football. Oof. With the fact that realignment's coming for over the next 2 years, and there's probably not going to be a whole lot of help moving up, and there could be some teams moving down. Can 6A football and the WPIL be fixed?
I think the big question is how many schools are even going to have next time. I mean, what are we at 8 right now? I mean, that could go to 7. It could go to 6. You know, as more and more schools get bigger on the East, the numbers here end up dropping. I think that they should do something where they combine 5 and 6. I do think that's the only real solution because, you know, there's a lot of teams in there. especially the small 6As and the big 5As, there's not a big difference between them. And I understand some of them don't want to play Central Catholic or play North Allegheny.
Right.
But, I mean, look at Pine Ridgeland. They're a 5A school now. They were a 6A school for a number of years here. I think the only option really is to somehow come up with a combined 6A, 5A, and then come up with a way to send separate teams to the state playoffs, a 6A qualifier and a 5A qualifier.
We're going to be, come next week, everything will be conference play. 10 of the 17 conferences began last week in WPIL football. Now we're starting to talk about games being canceled again, and a handful of games canceled for this upcoming weekend. Do you feel now that it's probably inevitable that come playoff time, there's going to be some games that are affected by the ongoing pandemic?
It sure looks like it. I was a little more optimistic a couple weeks ago because it was few and far between the cancellations. But as you see now, we're getting into more conference play. You're seeing more and more games get canceled, and at this point, there's no way to make those games up. So if they've said they're going to declare them no contests if it's caused by COVID cases, and team doesn't have enough people to play. So yeah, I think you're going to have some troubles down the road, and it may be like last year where they end up having to have the football committee make the decision on who's in and who's not.
Yeah. All right, halfway through, the Chris Harlan press conference will continue, and the halftime show continues on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Need new tires in a hurry? SE Tire has your size tire in stock. Install today. Before you hit the open road, see the tire experts at SE Tire. We do tires and we do them right. Before you hit the open road, see the tire experts at Export Tire. We do tires and we do them right. If it has wheels, we have the tires. Export Tire, your commercial tire headquarters.
We get ready for tonight's second half on Lawrence County Sportsnet and the Trib Live High School Sportsnet, brought to you by Mary Carey Patrick. You deserve the feel good. Luxembourg with Kevin George, keeping promises for over 8 years. The Red Zone, at the Red Zone. Joseph's Marketplace, family owned and operated since 1915. Conscious Insurance, the life you live will be free. Junior for Castle Realty. People you know, people you trust. Family Restaurant, Brewery, and Banquet Center, and the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership as we get ready for the second half of tonight's game. Producing on cameras and computers tonight is Don Spears and my partner is tonight's second half here on the lcsportsnet.com by LCAP as Cornell getting ready to start the second half of the kick. Before the 20-yard line, ran across the 30. The 35 moves the power forward, goes to the 37-yard line, and the first down and 10. Here, Joseph's Marketplace scoring recap we will get into as the third quarter goes, but unofficial stats thank the Joseph Marketplace. Kimber 4-8, 193 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Mr. Myers 5 for 11, 59 yards, and the Bryn Lather 15 carries for 51 yards unofficially for stats for Joseph's Marketplace. So Shenango comes for the line on first down and 10. I formation with a back foot. Myers takes the snap, hands off to Lively as he moves forward. Picks up about 7 on the carry. This is a nice pickup on first down, bring up second down and short coming up here for the Wildcats. Crane Room out of town scoreboard. Central Valley now up 40-0 on Newcastle. Oh, Yeah, I told you it's gonna be a tough game. Yeah, you did. Yeah, and you're ahead of time. The Hawk came back and they're up in the vote now 21-14. The Shenango winning 20-6. Keep the track of all the scores scoring across the body of screen. Thanks out of town. Scoreboard sponsored by Clean Room. Here's a handoff again to Lively. Goes down the middle, fixed at the first down, passes the 50 on the 50-yard line. We'll have 5-yard pickup. Playing a first down in the process here for the Wildcats. Yes, so they're no Hunter Morgan right now. They're going to go back to Lively. We had a nice first half. I said 15 carries, 51 yards. Nothing fancy. Just power football. Shenango comes to the line on first down and 10. His shotgun is Myers. Takes the snap. He'll hand it off again to Lively. He'll scoop through the middle and pick up close to 5 again and down to the 39-yard line. Excuse me, the 31. I have this 18 carries, 10 of them have been for over 5 yards, 5 or more yards. So basically over 50% of his carries. Amazing. Pretty impressive. There's this. Second down and 4 coming up here for Shenango. I formation and backfoot. Hand off again to Lively. Go get the middle, picks up the first down as he crosses the 55-yard line. 7 more. So Shenango featuring Hunter Lively, the 5'8", 170-pound junior running back. 26 yards and 4 carries. Last second half. I'm going to take a break as Morgan checks in. Bringing some life to the offense, huh? Buster tries the receiver. He's out to the right. Handoff goes, I believe, through the fullback. That was Martin on the carry. Yeah, back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. But all we've seen us and see Kimbrough throw the ball. That time, he absolutely levered the running back that time. Then in the backfield, great tackle, no gain. Second down and 10. I don't hear who you said was on that carry. That was Martin. Okay. He had 5 carries for 27 yards in the first half. All that last drive, basically. Reuters is the receiver out to the right. Okay, the fullback now for Martin. And it's high up in the backfield, and he's going to get brought down for a huge loss on that sack. There was making that it was Caddy Smith, number 55, making that play in the backfield. He unfortunately a miscommunication between Martin and Myers, and that's the mistakes again. Kellen Shenango saw that 3 holding penalties, Kellen, in the first half. They also able to capitalize on one drive, but then again, here's another mistake, put him in 3rd and long. 3rd and 22 here for the Wildcats. 4 receiver set. Back to back. Myers in trouble again, and Kimbrough. No, that's not Kimbrough. That's number 3. That is number 3. I believe Dawson. DJ Dawson. DJ Dawson. A chance for Myers of nobody. DJ Dawson on back-to-back track. He shot out like a cannon. Okay, had no chance. 2 bad plays in a row here for the Wildcats. Kind of end that drive. 4th, and I think about Joseph's Marketplace. Dalton Peters to punt the ball away. Troutman back to receive. And his kicks will be over his head as he goes back to the 19 and make the catch. Brings it across the 25. We'll be down there. Nice return there by Troutman. Yeah, I'm not a Chauncey guy or a Dawson guy, so I'm not familiar enough with Newcastle to say 3rd and the bakery, the 3rd. Joseph's Bakery is off to my left. But I'd have to ask the Joseph's Bakery that way? Where? They think it's a supermarket. The supermarket, yeah. I knew I should have talked about it. You just over there, kid, everyone's there. Kimbrough in the pistol. Takes the snap. He'll hand it off. There's Troutman. He has room. He's to the 30, 30, 50. He'll take it to the half. Up to 20, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown. Raquan Troutman goes the distance for the touchdown as Cornell increases their lead down to 27-9. 74 yards once he got that corner. Forget about it. He was off to the races. Nobody's going to catch him. Big play there for the Raiders. MJ Smith will be in for the point after. Not as quick as Tim Henderson, but got the job done there. Plenty quick there. Yeah. Quick enough. Once he got on the right-hand side and down the numbers, that was it. And it was just his speed to the goal line. Smith for the point after. There's the kick, and it's going to be blocked. No good. So the score remains 27-9 here. There's 7:26 remaining in the third quarter. We're going to take a timeout. You're watching RCSportsNet.com, powered by Uppercat.
Has your child's early education slowed down or even paused due to the pandemic? This is crucial time you can't get back. LCAP can keep your little learner on track for success. We have options for working and non-working parents with in-person childcare and age-appropriate virtual learning to keep them busy and engaged. Parents, don't hit pause on early learning. Lawrence County Community Action Partnership can jumpstart their future. Learn more at lcap.org.
Smith to kick off with Cornell as he pushes through this. A short kick. Being at the 30-yard line by Mark. Martin does it out to the 35 or down there. There's 7:22 remaining here in the third quarter. Shenango trailing this one game 27-9. Coming after the game, it's the main practice of the game. High school students during the sports season, $200 visits to the office includes adjustments and all therapies necessary. For details at maluchiropractic.com. That's M-A-F-E, chiropractic.com. Chiropractic. Keeping you in the game. Boy, got some sources, don't we? We do. And those. I've been looking for about a 2-yard gain. She didn't see who had that ball. I'm glad we caught it. Yeah, we've got some sources, that's for sure, of our play of the game. 7 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Shenango. Somebody's at quarterback. Lester Schrei's the receiver. He's out to the left. The bring back in motion. The pitch at that side. It is Lively, and Lively is going to lose his footing as he makes a cut. He crosses the 30-yard line. Is down there. On the play. Bring up a third down. And about 5 coming up here for Shenango. But with a player down for the Raiders back at the 35-yard line. Yeah, that doesn't look too good either. Hopefully just a cramp. That's Cagney Smith, yeah. Coming up after the game, be sure to tune in to the Tribune High School Sports Network Scoreboard Show. On Rebel to Cast of Thousands. We'll have the scores from tonight's games, plus recaps and headlines from this evening's top games. That's your Live High School Sports Network Scoreboard Show at www.triblive.com. And make sure you call ahead and reserve your seat for after the game. Just a few minutes up the road on Wilmington Road and the Shenango. Place an order for takeout, curbside pickup, the Crane Room, dinner, homemade desserts, and even a call order to go. Call place your order 724-656-1553 or visit craneroom.com to see their full menu. Looks like Smith is going to be able to get up and walk off the field here. Yeah, trying to see if Henderson's on the sideline anyway, or he decide to go home early. Third down and 5. Meyer running to the center to bring a tight end in motion. Hand off with Lively. Lively moves the back for the sticks. I believe he's going to have first down. Got it. As he picks up 6 on that carry. Good job on the offensive line. They pushed back the defensive line at least 4 yards. They go right side. I mean, it was a great job over there. First down and 10 here for Shenango. At the 47-yard line. Lively dots the I to bring the tight end in motion. Pitch out to Lively. Lively follows his words. It goes across the midfield down to the 47-yard line. As Hunter Lively continues to pick up yardage here for the Wildcats. Picks up 6 more on that carry. Second down and 4 coming up here for the Wildcats. Schweizer receiver out to the left. Handoff goes to Martin. Martin breaks through. Containment crosses the 30. The 40 back. And that quick to the fullback as he picks up the first down here for Shenango. The good news is Shenango's moving them. The bad news is they're taking a lot of time off the clock doing it. Down by 18 with 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. So first down and 10. Ball at the 36-yard line now. I'm sure Cornell doesn't mind giving up the yards. Well, they don't. As the clock continues, they had it at 27-9. So Schrei's the receiver out to the left. Handoff again to Martin. Martin piles front. Across the 30 down to the 28-yard line. We'll mark it down at the 29 with a nice first down run again here for the Wildcats offense. So they're 8 yards. ACP. Second down and 3 coming up here for the Wildcats. Hand off to Lively. Lively goes right side. Moves the puck. Throws for the stats. Just shut it for us out. Looks like it's just going to be short. Yeah, bring up third down and 1 coming up here for Shenango. Good job defensively by Randall Claret. Easily 4 down territory here for the Wildcats. The sophomore quarterback gets the play in from the sidelines. 3:25 on the moving clock here in the third quarter. 27-9. Cornell with the lead. Myers underneath center. Hand off to Lively. Lively goes forward and close to the sticks. Should have the first down. Yeah, they're giving the forward progress there. Going up close to the 25-yard line. Unofficially, it's 24th carry here. That's good. It's a workhorse. And 9 carries here in the second half already. Clock down to 3 minutes. Yeah, Myers, nothing in the air right now. They almost waiting for Shenango to do mistake of some sort. So it's good job so far. On formation in the back grid. For easy motion. Handoff goes to Lively as he dives forward to the 24-yard line. Jay Smith. It reminds me a little bit of championship games at Heinz Field years ago. There was a guy from Thomas Jefferson. I forget his name. I wish it was right, but now there was like every play. Hunter Level, yeah. It was second down. Hunter Level got to get 40 carries that game for like that. I forget what it was. Every player. So you already have to clock. Ron Edler was the PA announcer. And he was saying if the guy's third. Pitch to Lively. Goes right side and Weber stopped. Had a lot of damage for no gain. So you got third down. Third down and 8 as we reach 1 minute 50 seconds on the moving clock here in the third quarter. Well, I wish I could remember that kid's name for Thomas Jefferson. Just echoed to his name, and Don Redler was thinking that tired of saying the kid's name, but I said literally it was over 40 carries for him. That's a workhorse, yeah. But Thomas Jefferson, they know their offensive line. They're showing about running 14-13 at halftime right now. Yeah. Good game there. It certainly is. His shotgun is Meyer. Takes the snap. Rolls to his right. He's going to keep. And he puts his head down, explodes, and gets down to about the 22-yard line. Look out. And waiting for a flag to come out. There was a player that went down really late. Yeah, but flying into that pile. You saw that. Didn't see who it was for Cornell. Was having a fourth down, but fortunately the flag didn't come out because he went flying over the top of 5 ball players to try to get in there, and that whistle being blown. Big fourth down play here for Shenango. We're under 45 seconds remaining here in the third. You got to get the ball in Lazo's hand right now, I think. 2 receivers out of the left. 1 to the right. Myers back to pass. He bucks. He throws down the sideline. Jump. Wow. It's buttons. And the third that was Peters. I was going to say, it's Dalton Peters. It was Peters. With the binoculars on, I thought maybe he might have got a foot in. That close. So they'll turn it down. 27 seconds remaining in the third. Where he's the triple coverage, and Peters came down with that ball, made the catch, but unfortunately couldn't get that 1 foot in. So the Raiders take over at their own 22. They're going to have to call timeout. Well, down to 5 seconds here. They're going to have to get a Pontius Insurance timeout here. And there it is. It is. Exactly. Yeah. So thanks to Pontius Insurance for the timeout. Cornell needs to go talk to their coach. Coach, what do we need? He's focused right now. How about Pontius Insurance? They might be able to call a player. No, they're going to give you all their insurance needs. Call them or PontiusInsurance.com. That's insurance. Look at the life you live. Very free. Yeah, at the end of this game, tune in the Scoreboard Show. I'll be tuning into one of the local radio stations on the way home. You can tributejustSN.com. After 11 o'clock, you'll see Mr. James Dossman at the recap that the Mohawk game. Unfortunately, you will see my face because I don't know how to get on. So I found in my phone setting wouldn't let me on because it's a video thing. So Jimmy chose the snap, back to pass. He's gonna fire deep. Has a man and goes out of bounds close to the 30-yard line. This is like a lot of in the catch number 4. Cornell. That's a 35-yard completion. 19 seconds remaining here. He pushed that ball to right about the 13-yard line. And with 35, it's 35. That's 55 yards in the air. Yeah, arm strength was not a problem for Sincere Kid. Yeah, he was having himself a fine note. Over 200 yards passing right now. But he just says, it almost like the after his play. And it goes forward and get about 3 on the carry. Who was Troutman on the carry? Yes, it was. Yeah, it was that was the back leg play, you know, right? 13. Exactly. Yeah, they're just going to launch it. I mean, it was like the last guy that read it. And that's the end of the third quarter here in Shenango with Cornell leading Shenango 27-9. We're going to take this time out here watching LTSportsnet.com. All right, okay.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $25 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapies necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between, let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
In workers' compensation, my clients are oftentimes not receiving their wage loss. They're not receiving their medical expenses. LGKG, they come to us so that we can put them in a position to pay their bills. If we're keeping our promises, our clients are getting the justice they deserve.
We are back as we get ready for the final quarter here. 2-yard line. So second down and coming up here. Raiders. Yeah, we were stretching Troutman out as the quarter ended there. So Kimbo back to pass. Looks left. Foul goes down the middle. Has it's going to be stopped by the Wildcat defensive back. That's Schwartz making the reception. I believe. Yeah, sure was. And Troutman is hurt again. Came up. They were trying to stretch him out. He's cramping up again. Yeah, we said that play. Underthrown. First back play of the night for Shane Kimbrough. And we have a penalty on Shenango on the play there. I don't know if it was after the play or not. I don't think it was. Looked like a face mask penalty, I think is what he called. Oh, wow. I'm not exactly sure. I did not see any situation. Yeah, just picked it up late. Yeah, we moved the flag up a couple of yards to the 31-yard line. I want to say it was a face mask, but we would get the official call. And the coach, Jimmy Graham, just puts his head down like you can't be serious. Or it rains the scores, you know? So forget about the interception. Knocks that off. And let's see how long of a penalty we'll get the official call. We have to be official right now. That face mask against the defense. Wow. Well, that takes the interception away from Preston Schry. But they only marked it 10 yards. So I don't know. Kimbrough in the pistol. Or handed for goes forward. Across the 20-yard line. These are Dawson, excuse me. That's what I thought it was. But let me make sure it was the news. I wouldn't know anything yet. Yep, DJ, right? Yeah, Troutman went off again on that clam, so don't need to rush him down again. But let's split of the league. You can guess what? He's coming back in. I know. I was going to say he'll have 20 players, and one of the players that was early in the game on Henderson, it's not returned, obviously, from the shoulder injury. Kimbrough split by his backs, goes back to pass. Looks left, out down the middle, has a man too tall for the third receiver in Newton. Now, fall ain't complete. I got the order straight there. He was falling backwards, throwing off his back at the back and just a flick of the wrist, 25 yards. But unfortunately, led too tall for Devon Newton. 11 minutes, 5 seconds remaining here in the quarter. And then Cornell, not really with a field goal kicker either, so it's definitely for down territory. As they're down in 9, at the 20-yard line, Cornell into the red zone. Check them out. Spread big at redzone.com. Red receiver left and right in the pistol is Kimbrough. And I think they're going to use another pulse insurance timeout. That. Nope. There's a lot of U.S. insurance penalty. So good luck with the timeout there.
They were winning 16-6.
Coming up after the game, we'll announce the all-cap player of the game. Lawrence County's really action partnership is dedicated to enhancing the quality of life of Lawrence County by eliminating and preventing the effects of poverty and mobilizing and directing resources to assist education. As Kimbrough back to pass will start the screen, and it's going to be defended perfectly knocked down as that ball goes incomplete. As it was his intended receiver. Hunter Lively absolutely timed that perfectly. As soon as the ball got there. For more information on finding out how you can be assisted, visit them online at lcap.org. That is LCCAP.org. LCAP, Shady Labs. Yeah, that's the two big plays that Tim Henderson did earlier in those dumps. So let's see what kind of play they got for 4th and 14. Here we go. Split ball is back is Kimbrough. He's back to pass. Quick fire left side. As it's straight. Hey, careful. Touchdown. As Troutman scores for the second time tonight. What a play there by Troutman. He overshot the catch and then dragging the foot in the back of that end zone to get the foot down. What a great throw and catch. That's amazing. How the quarterback, Sincere Kimbrough, his 3rd touchdown pass of the night. This is just a great match. We could be sincere and say that Kimbrough can throw the ball. There we go. What was that? Oh, long enough. Oh, long way to the touchdown pass, right? MJ Smith went for the point after. 33-9 score right now. A couple of players might be John going on down. Yeah. Did not hear the official call. That's the defense, I think, substitution. So they move the ball up 3 yards. An 18-yard attempt now. There's a snap, and the kick is up, and it is through. So at 10:53, remaining here in the 4th. There's 34-9. Cornell leading Shenango. We're going to take this time out as you're watching LCSportsnet.com, powered by LCAP.
Has your child's early education slowed down or even paused due to the pandemic? This is crucial time you can't get back. LCAP can keep your little learner on track for success. We have options for working and non-working parents with in-person childcare and age-appropriate virtual learning to keep them busy and engaged. Parents, don't hit pause on early learning. Lawrence County Community Action Partnership can jumpstart their future. Learn more at lcap.org.
For more than 120 years, people have relied on Martindale Hubbell's preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you've been involved in an automobile accident, you should do the same. At LGKG, we have been preeminently rated for over 40 years.
10:53 remaining here in the 4th quarter as MJ Smith tees the ball up at the 40-yard line. As Cornell. Smith will hit the ball and return at the 20. And bring it across the 30, try with it, across the 40, and is dragged down along the 43-yard line. Nice return there. 23 yards for a question try. Unofficially, Sincere Kimbrough 11 for 263 yards and 3 touchdowns. Wow. Yeah, he's having himself a night. Yes. I said it's like the old games, yeah. And you're really deep. Okay. We used to have a I know he's probably not tuning in. A kid named Rich Stevenson that could run the 11 in the 100. It was pretty good. But that's what he ran. He said, just go deep, Rich. Handoff goes to Lively as he goes across the 50. That's not going to count. That's another holding call. There it is. The flag down around the 45-yard line. But the penalties have really hurt Shenango's offense here tonight. Every time they've had some nice yardage on first down, and has been negated. Ooh, face it now. They also I jumped the gun. Listen, you let me jump the gun, and I had into it. I was really exactly. Last time he's like, no, really. This time he's like, it was wrong. Big time mistake. That's that after all these years. 13 yards to Shenango in business, but they're down 34-9. Here in the fourth. So the Wildcats come to the line of scrimmage. Now, Schreiber from receiver out to the left. Hand off to Lively as he gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Yeah, Kimbrough on the tackle. Tune in next week for more high school football action here on the Wilkins County Sports powered by as we'll head to District 10 before Wilmington Greyhounds travels to Sharpsville at 7 p.m. for kickoff. LCSportNets.com will have the Lawrence County Band Festival on Wednesday at 7 p.m. plus volleyball between and ONC on Thursday. Yeah, I can't make the band fest. Scheduled the band festival. No, I can't do it because I got worked out getting volleyball at the soccer, I think it is that night. Here's the pitch. Goes to Lively. Lively's going to get across the 30-yard line. He's going to be approaching 100 yards tonight. I think he just broke it. I put that officially 103 yards. On a night for Hunter Lively. 9:20 on a moving clock here in the fourth quarter. Ball's at the 28-yard line. So offensive line's done a decent job. It really has. Yeah, ball's just not sure it's timeout. Yeah, the game's done around. Yeah, we told you earlier, Mohawk have come back now. They're ahead of New Brighton. Freedom, the Shenango's ahead of Freedom. If Union wins tonight, we'll be back at Union to see these same Cornell Raiders. Yes, and I have a feeling we might end up before else. It makes sense that they're at Union because we just had Cornell. Exactly. But that's up to Mr. Dawson. Yeah, we'll see what he comes up with, what he decides. He may just put names out of a hat. Yeah. But yeah, it's a big loss there that Timothy Henderson getting hurt last Cornell Raiders, and it did not look like he was going to come back anytime soon. Yeah, it's huge first quarter, scoring 2 long touchdown passes, one of 80 yards, the one of 53 yards. So he had those 2 catches there, and unfortunately got hurt on the safety play, the 16-yard loss on the safety that's happened in the end zone, got hit wrong, and it does see him on the sideline, so he might have got taken home early or they'll get checked out at the hospital down the Rich. But yeah, his arm was in the swing. The arm was in a sling as he was walking off at halftime. 3rd down and 4 here for Shenango. Martin gets the handoff, goes up the middle, picks up the first down, gets down to the 20-yard line. Hunter Wiley's on the sidelines. But now he's coming back in. He's had enough carries tonight. Yes. And Martin did a nice job when he's gotten the ball a few times. The 5'8", 200-pound senior. Hunter Lively, 5'8", 170 junior. We're over the century mark here tonight. Back in the ball game, Bill. Stop the eye with Martin in front of him. Give it to Lively, breaks the tackle, gets down to the 15-yard line. Picks up 5. We've said that a few times here tonight. Down to 8 minutes and 20 seconds. On essentially 29 carriers. Second down and 5 here for Shenango. 29 carries and 108 yards unofficially. Preston tries the receiver out to the left. Hand off to the left side. Gets close to the 10-yard line. So that'd be enough for another first down here. Mark him right at the 10. I think he might have enough. Yep. Another 5-yard gainer. And we have reached the red zone again. Once you reach the red zone, make sure you stop at the red zone. Your county sporting goods customer and more. Sports.com. Score big at the red zone. Hand off to Lively as he goes up the gut, and he's going to get about 2, maybe 3 on the carry. Bring up second down and go for the 8-yard line now here for Shenango. We're going to be sore tomorrow morning also. As we approach 7 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. 34-9. Cornell with the lead. Tries receiver out to the right. Lively dots the eye. Fake the Lively, and it's going to be touchdown. It's who lays it out to the touchdown. How about that for a fake? Oh, perfect job. After 31 carries for Hunter Lively, and the PA announcer saying Hunter Lively for long, you think Hunter Lively's going to get the ball again? No. What a great fake by Sam Myers, and just beat it outside. No one expected that. Good play call. Complete disguise there. Get the touchdown. Shenango scores, and it goes up and so with 6 feet. Cornell, we're going to take a timeout. You're watching LCSportsNet.com, powered by LCAP.
Joseph's Marketplace is Newcastle's favorite family-owned hometown grocery store and coffee shop. Fresh meats and produce, full-line deli, homemade foods, and much more. Joseph's Marketplace has hot foods prepared every day. They also have Newcastle favorites like grape leaves, hummus, and wedding soup available daily. Follow Joseph's Marketplace on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates, or stop in to see what's cooking each day. Come hang out at the brand new cafe and bakery, full of great coffee, drinks, sandwiches, snacks, sweets, and free Wi-Fi. In a rush? Go to josephsnc.com and place your cafe order online. Joseph's Marketplace, family owned and operated since 1915.
I think the key to any attorney-client relationship is trust. My father told me a long time ago, the definition of personal integrity is really simple. Do what you say you're going to do. At LGKG, we've been doing that for over 80 years.
6 minutes, 40 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. Shenango tees the ball up at the 40-yard line. Round 2 will kick it off. There's the onside kick. It's a high pass. It's going to be thrown by one of the upbacks here for Cornell. And they're take over at their own 45-yard line. Don't forget, we got 2 awards to be given away in the post game, as we'll have the play of the game. Sponsored by Mary Chiropractic and the from the Lawrence County Action. We'll have that here in a little bit. The nightcap. There's snap, and handoff goes wide. We'll go across the median and takes it across the 45 to the 43-yard line. Dawson, excuse me, on the carry. And a first down run for Dawson. They mark the ball down at the 43. Sincere Kimbrough in the pistol. We'll let the clock wind down to 4 seconds. 3 snaps the ball. Hand off again, this time to Trotman. He's stopped behind the line of scrimmage for a yard loss. Yeah, nice job there by Colton Fedrizzi. Getting him by the shoe. Bringing him down. And I'll bring up second down and 11 coming up here for the Raiders. Trotman unofficially, 7 carries. 102 yards. Okay, we have a flag, and there's someone line up offsides. Go, ask Henry. Yep. So, we're going to start dancing for a second. Well, against the offense. Move the ball back to almost midfield. Down to 5:20 on the moving clock here. Second down and about 15 here for the Raiders. Because they let the clock continue to wind down under 10 seconds here on the play clock. They'll take the snap, they'll hand it off. And I believe it might be Dawson again. And they'll get about 2 in the play. And we'll bring up the third down, and then they're coming up here for the Raiders. We're in control of this ball game, 33-16 with 4 on the minute back here in the fourth quarter. They put well, I think we're having to have timeout here. The Cautious Insurance timeout. It's 4:18 to go, so thanks to Parks Insurance. We're sponsoring the timeouts. They're sponsoring it for LCAP. For LC Sports. Hired by LCAP, excuse me. Tune in next week for more high school football action as County Sports Net powered by LCAP. They'll head to District where Richardson Greyhounds are traveling to Shrewsbury. 7 p.m. kickoff, lcsportsnet.com. We also will have Lawrence County Band Festival on Wednesday at 7 p.m. plus volleyball between in Elwood City on Thursday. So we want to stay tuned for all that coming your way in the upcoming week here on LC Sportsnet powered by LCAP. As mentioned, we will have the play of the game coming up here. We will mainly play the Patrick's play of the game and the LCAP play of the game. As they come to the line of scrimmage with 15 seconds on the clock. Yeah. Back to pass. We'll find. Across the 30, to the 40. To the 50, Shenango to the 40. Shenango moves to the 30. Beautiful return there. Wildcats. Yeah, Preston Shy, the 6'1" senior. And Charlie's down again. Pick out leg and stretch him out. Yeah, ball just a little underthrown. Trotman tried to go up and try to come up with it, but unfortunately, Fry. This time the interception is going to count. I was just going to say that, yeah. This time he's taken away with him because of running on the field. No do this time. Yeah, Laundry split. So nice return there. As he almost brought down about the 45-yard line as we were to break the tackle. Thought maybe he might make it. Well, the whole way did not. So good job by him. Try to send them back in business, but they're down by 18 with 4 minutes to go. This is a flag now. At the 35-yard line, they're going to play against the horse collar again. It wasn't a obvious. But I think that maybe might have it because he did kind of the shoulders. Yeah. But we'll see. We'll see what the official says here. We've been wrong 90% of the time. Yeah. Let's get the Jeopardy music out here. Well, it's going to go against Shenango. It's a personal foul against the bench. It's a two of them. That was all there. It was stopped at 45 and going out to midfield. Personal foul was. At least. Well, let's move it up. Let's move it back up now. Let's go on 36. All right. Let's split the difference. That'll work. So whatever the personal foul was, if maybe after the play, let's see exactly what it was. Under the 46 would be 15 yards. So and I agree with that. I mean, here's some of the fans saying, "What if the horse collar?" I don't think he did. It was the hand was there, but it wasn't a grab. At least in my opinion, anyways. So I kind of agree with you. Myers back to pass. He'll fire. At least out. It's going to fall incomplete for Schreiber out to the left side. What happened the last time you agreed with me? We can keep it blocked. We don't have coffee. All right, mark this down. 9:24. 3:56 remaining. Schreiber Lively, two receivers out to the left, two receivers to the right. Myers back to pass. He fires. It was over the top. It's going to be. See, it's gone for that. We'll just knock. We make the catch, goes out of bounds. It brings up third down and long here for Shenango. This 50 seconds remaining before. Myers takes the snap. Looking right side, he's going to be hit and brought down back at the 45-yard line on the sack by the Raiders. E.J. Dawson again. Dad Dawson did it again. They had a nice game. Another sack for him. We'll bring up fourth down. Cornell rolling along. Big matchup against Union. The Union was undefeated in section play. 3-1 on the year. Favored to beat Northgate tonight. 4 receivers set, 2 left, 2 right. Shotgun here from Myers. And a timeout taken by Shenango. Here's Pontius Schultz. Timeout. I'm still trying to think about a player and play of the game right now. Yeah, we're getting a lot of choices on the actually. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, Tim Henderson has a lot of for player. I mean, I know the scoreboard shows, but Liz who had a great game. 31, unofficially 31 carries for 115 yards for Hunter Lively and Shane Kim. 4 touchdown passes. Yeah, 3 touchdown passes he's had. Yeah, and he was unofficially thrown for 263 yards, 6 completions, 263 yards. So he's averaging that's 40, 45 yards of completion. Yeah. We go on traveling with a couple of touchdowns tonight. Yeah, we're traveling. That great catch on the left sideline. Touchdown pass was just a beauty. There's a lot of choices. Back to pass with Myers, 4th down. They wind up and deep down the middle, and it's going to be picked off at the 20, and it'll be brought back to the 30-yard line. MJ Smith on the interception for Cornell with 2:56 remaining here in the fourth. Let's see if we get another quarterback and some subs. There's not many subs. We only had 20-some others. Tim Henderson had 2 touchdown passes, one of 80 yards, one of 53 yards. In the ball game, and then the other one, the traveling into the 25-yard catch. And we also had the Shenango defense with that safety, a 16-yard loss for a player of the game, I think. So, I don't know who got the safety that. That's true. There's one of 3 players, Tim Henderson. And there's, I think, a new quarterback. Nope, Kendall's still in there. New running back. I'll give you a number here in a second. Amongst the players there, and I think it was traveling back in. Wow. We've been in it times. Yeah, 4 different times he's been off the field with cramps, so he's still out there playing out there. 2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining here in the fourth. Second down and 10. In the pistol is Kimbrough. Takes the snap, pitch it out wide. Reverse field, and he'll be caught in the by a host of Wildcats and brought down back around the 24-yard line. Cramps? What cramps? That was 2 plays ago. What are you talking about? So the clock continues around under 150 here to play. Third down and 16 coming up here for Cornell. And it's low snap, handed off as they'll hit the middle of the pile and be brought down around the 22-yard line. And the clock continues to roll. The 40-second clock down to 183 seconds with a minute remaining. So with this clock moving down, here on 4th down. So they even use the timeout. We're down to 7 seconds on the play clock. And the clock expired. They used the entire 40 seconds up, and they raised 36 seconds remaining in the game. So they mark off the 5 yards, and they punt the ball away. Play the game in between yeah. A low snap, and they're going to have people punt off. He will throw the ball away, to turn over the ball down to 20 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. That ball was snapped low, and the punter grabbed it. And once he got out of trouble, he just decided to try to throw the ball and threw it away, and they turned the ball on down. So 20 seconds remaining here for Shenango, so that they can get one more score on the scorecard. They had a late score last week, so. Unfortunately, a disappointing loss for the Wildcats. I formation with Myers underneath center. They'll hand off the line. There's a lot, sorry. They'll get down to the 12-yard line, and they will not snap this ball again in this ball game. And that will end tonight's game here as we're down under 15 seconds. I don't think they're going to try to snap another one. They're going to call it play, whether they get it off or not, which I don't think they will with 5 seconds to go. And that is the play we're not going to even time with the clock. It's 000 as Cornell defeats Shenango here tonight, 34-16. Let's take a timeout. We'll come back in line. Get up here. LC Sports Net. Go on, powered by LCAP.
Wherever you're going, Axe can get you there. The bowling alley, beauty salon, and even the library. Axe can get you there safely. The grocery store, the pharmacy, and the bank. Axe can get you there comfortably. Going to work, visiting a friend, or just to relax at the park. Axe can get you there affordably. Axe is here to get you there safely, comfortably, and affordably. Choose Axe as your driving service and give us a call to schedule a ride.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $25 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapies necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between, let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
In workers' compensation, my clients are oftentimes not receiving their wage loss. They're not receiving their medical expenses. LGKG, they come to us so that we can put them in a position to pay their bills. If we're keeping our promises, our clients are getting the justice.
Welcome back here to Shenango as we've Cornell defeat the Wildcats here tonight, 34-16. And there's players to choose from for play of the game. Actually, an honorable mention for the play of the game is Tim Henderson's 80-yard touchdown pass. Touchdown completion where we faked out not one, but not 2, but 3 players about the 50-yard line, right? Compared to a couple of touchdowns. But we'd like to have pictures of the shirts, and it didn't look like Mr. Henderson was on the field. So that's an honorable mention for our Melee Chiropractic play of the game. So we're going to go with Before Travel's 25-yard touchdown pass where he made an over-the-shoulder catch in the end zone and then dragging that foot in the back of the end zone to put the one foot down as a Melee Chiropractic play of the game. We'll go to number 28, Raquan Travelin of the Cornell Raiders. Melee Chiropractic, the Lawrence County Sports Net. Proud to honor Mr. Travelin for tonight's play of the game. Raquan will receive a customized t-shirt courtesy of Melee Chiropractic and recognition tonight's play of the game. Video of tonight's play of the game will also be featured on the Trib Live High School Sports Network standout platform on Twitter and Instagram. To view tonight's Melee Chiropractic play of the game and the full list of this season's top players, go online to lcsportsnet.com and click on play of the game. Congratulations to number 28, Raquan Travelin, for tonight's Melee Chiropractic play of the game. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game. Now time for the LCAP player of the game, and Lawrence County Community Action and Partnership is proud to present the play of the game to Sincere Kimbrough of Cornell. And we're going to interrupt real quick. 6'6", 263 yards and 3 touchdowns. LCAP and the Lawrence County Sportsnet proud to honor Sincere Kimbrough tonight for the play of the game, and we will receive a customized t-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone and recognition of tonight's player of the game. To view the full list of tonight's this year's player of the game, go online to lcsportsnet.com and click on player of the game. Congratulations to Sincere Kimbrough of Cornell for being named tonight's LCAP. The game. Changing lives. Yeah, he was incredible. And the arm strength in that kid is just unreal. Actually on his long back. Yes. Yeah. There was something to watch. It was just an interesting display of offense that we've seen from the Raiders here tonight. And I was going to say, kind of give honorable mentions, as we mentioned, to Hunter Lively and everyone who put out here tonight. 100 yards rushing. Yeah, we'll talk about him a little bit in our Joseph's Marketplace recap. Scoring recap sponsored by Joseph's Marketplace. And tonight, the first touchdown came with 8:59 in the first quarter. It was Kimbrough to Henderson on an 80-yard touchdown. It was screenplay. It was 7-0 with 52 seconds left in the first. It was a 53-yard touchdown pass. This time, Kimbrough to Henderson to make it 14-0 to end of one. Shenango would get on the board in the second quarter on a 16-yard loss that ended up as a defensive safety to cut the score down to 14-2. It was then Hunter Lively going into the end zone from 5 yards out with 8:41 remaining in the second to cut the lead down to 14-9. Kimbrough would then take a quarterback sneak into the end zone with 6:45 remaining to answer that touchdown by Lively to make it 21-9. That's where we were at halftime. In the third quarter, it was a 74-yard touchdown to Troutman. It was won by Troutman. It was 27-9. The point after was no good. Kimbrough to Troutman, a 25-yard touchdown pass for 34-9. With 10:53 remaining in the fourth, there was 6:40 remaining in the fourth. It was Sam Myers on a beat leg to the left side, going 8 yards for the touchdown to end the scoring here tonight, 34-16, as Cornell defeated Shenango. And unofficially, again, Kimbrough 6 for 263 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. Troutman, 9 carries for 95 yards. He was over 100 to that, -7 on his last carry. So he got 95 yards on the other side of the ball. Sam Myers, a little rough throwing the ball, but 5 of 15, only for 59 yards, and not have a completion in the second half. Then Hunter Lively, 32 carries and 120 yards for Hunter Lively tonight. He's going to be a sore man. So Cornell improves to 3-1 overall and 2-0 in the section. And Shenango is winless at 0-4 and 0-2 in the section. Again, Cornell takes on the Union Scotties next week. And if Union won tonight, we will have that game here on SC Sportsnet along with the Wilmington Sharpsville game next week here on LC Sportsnet by Cap. Another round in the books early. Another fun night halfway through the year. Let's keep it going. All right. As we I've lost my last paper. That's all right. I can probably do it by memory. Let's see. I don't know what you're trying to do, so I can't. It don't matter. Special thanks to the sponsors today for allowing us to bring a continuing coverage of the County of Champions here on Lawrence County Sports. And that powered by LCAP. Our thanks to both Shenango and Cornell for all their help bringing tonight's ball game to you. And our thanks to you for watching. For me, I'm Tim Continental. Wishing you a wonderful day. We'll talk to you again next time here on LCSportsNet.com, powered by LCAP.